Hello. You're expecting a professional start. Well, you ain't getting one. We're lucky to be here. There it is. I should have probably done that as well. Consummate professional. Look at Matt. He's absolutely overwhelmed by the professionalism here, isn't he, Matt? And Dave's in it today, so that's great. Right. Some of you may have noticed that there is a slight difference and a few other people around. I can tell you why that is. We have moved from the small room to in here, and we've been frankly decorating and trying to put everything back together, including the new computer, which you helped. So cheers for that. And Jude helped me a lot more with, because she's lent me the money, which is kind of a thank you, Jude. Cheers over there. And there it is. We have Trigger. Trig, do you want to say hello, mate? Up here? Yes, there he is. That is the most handsome boy you'll see on here. Other than that, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about wrongings. We're going to wind you up. We'll piss you off. We'll have an interview with Dave the Plant. Obviously, he's on the piss, as you can see there. And luckily, we've managed to rig up a mic with Dave, so that should be a bit of a laugh. But if you're actually expecting professionalism, forget it. You're on the wrong channel. But there it is. Right. Okay, so I can get rid of that. And I'll just say, Based, how's it been?
I had my haircut today. It's the worst decision I've made all year. Honest to God. I look fucking terrible.
Other than that, it's all going well, yeah?
Yeah, it's all right.
Right, so I wonder if I can share this. I'll click on that horribleness. We're sharing a mic today because I can't afford two. And the other mics are just shared around. So let me see if I can get this. Typical. Right, bear with. Normal, standard. There you go. Is that tweet going to show up?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, don't miss what's happening. There you go. Cheers. And before I go and share all my details on there, I do not want to log in. I'm going to see if I can share. Unfortunately, as soon as I come over here, my mouse turns into a midget.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just standard fucking crap. I will click on that, and if there's any audio, which I'm hoping there's not. Hey, fancy that. Fridge and microwave's already ringing. I'll be with you in a minute. Sorry about this. Fucking hell, let's just get through this fucking degeneracy. It's suspended. The account has been suspended. Who'd have fucking thought? Right, it's been that off, and I'll see if I can read what it was meant to be. Darren Mew, digital engagement officer for mermaids, wants to show his bottom hole and erect penis to the whole hairless like a boy child. That's fucking wrong, innit? I can't even read the rest of it apart from it being so far away and I'm struggling. Can you see the bottom of that? Children are asked to privately chat with mermaids via email addresses kept secret from parents, perhaps. So that's nonsense, isn't it?
It's predatory behaviour, isn't it? It's exactly what it is.
Excellent. That's just what we need. Do you know, by the end of the stream, you and me are going to be cuddling just around this mic, just saying.
Can we comment about his moustache?
Look at the outfit.
What actually happened there?
It's higher than most moustaches.
Well, the eyebrows have got a bit of...
Yeah.
There's definitely trouble going on. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Get it? Oh, that's just wrong, isn't it? There you are.
Oh,
there,
Jesus.
there.
Why would you think that degenerate-looking person there would or should be anywhere near children?
I don't know. Ask a plant. Dave, what do you reckon?
It's fucking degeneracy, this is.
Hang on a second, Dave.
I agree.
Let's have the camera on, Dave. Right, so if any of you don't actually understand, let's just get rid of this degeneracy a second, stop sharing, or fuck it, we'll just go back to... Some of you may not. Dave has... Oh, God, that's not working, is it? Let's try that.
Sort yourself out.
Fuck off. Right, now that's Dave, right? Some of you can see the plant, right? He's a bit of a... Why have we got that shed? Right, let's get rid of that. Right, fuck off. Right, okay, so that's Dave, right? And Dave has his own YouTube channel. Some of you may or may not know about it, but he's also quite a patriot, and he's got his own opinions, don't you, Dave?
You're a fucking up.
All right, here we are. He's not the most subtle cunt in the world, but what do you reckon of this fucking wrong?
It's lunacy, this is. It should be fucking allowed. What should we do with him, Dave? I don't know how to go into fucking detail on this one, to be fair.
Well, you probably get us lifted, actually.
Yeah, probably. If I said what I want to say. Very possibly. You might get rid of the problem.
Well, there you go. There's a plant that speaks more sense than any fucking minister or MP at the moment. So we'll get a link to his YouTube channel at some point, and he's going to put some content in, aren't you, Dave?
You're a fucking no.
Cheers, Dave. Right, let's move on. What else we got? We didn't really put this one together. Oh, there you go. There's another one. Let's see if that one's been in, if it's still going. Oh, there we go. Yeah, maybe. Okay, incarcerated. There's an interesting one. Is that actually showing? I'll go there. There you go. Incarcerated drag queen who sex trafficked teens, now a trans activist. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, just
Where'd that come from?
I mean, fuck me up and down, isn't it? I mean, an incarcerated drag queen jailed for his role in a child sex trafficking operation is now regular contributor to a harm reduction. I read that right.
Harm reduction. But when it comes to trans people, I mean,
Well, they've also misgendered him. Her, it.
Oh, I think we have there.
They. Yeah, but it says him.
I think
It's a fucking thing.
I think the suicide rating is like 42% in trans people or something. It's just like through the roof.
Attempted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What is that? An
through the roof.
attention thing, or is it genuine?
Well,
Cry for help
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sometimes they
terrible.
get lucky,
Well,
or we get lucky.
I suppose when you think that taking the most drastic act is actually going to change something in your world and it doesn't, is never a good thing. So anyway, let's go back to it. Harm Reduction Magazine is now crowdfunding for transitioning, I haven't had much to drink, surgeries on social media. Christopher Thomas Lynch, it's always one, isn't there? It's usually middle class, isn't it? Was handed a 14-year prison sentence in 2012 for forcing a teenage boy into prostitution.
Oh.
No, exactly. The male youth who identifies as transgender was plied, as in Cymru. Yeah,
Are
nearly.
you fucking right?
I can't, no, fuck off, Dave. Right, anyway, right.
Baby's dyslexic.
Was
right?
plied with cocaine and used to make child sexual abuse material, in addition to being forced to have sex with men up to 4 times per day for money. And there's nothing.
So he earned quite a lot of money.
but what I noticed even in the article
Yeah.
is that he was in prisons for forcing a teenager, a male into child prostitution, but he wasn't charged with doing child abuse videos because it says underneath that the child produced abuse materials in addition.
Well,
So
Lynch,
surely there'd be an extra charge on that.
special occasions, isn't it?
You should be fucking off-edged.
A pickup and a piece of rope comes to mind.
Stay.
What, long drop at a sudden stop?
About
Bloody, oi, the
12
chat.
foot, about 12 foot of rope will do.
I want to clear that up.
Oh,
That was a plant that had that. I can't, that not me. Or fucking hell, Dave. You're going to get us absolutely fucking.
Sorry, mate.
As where are we? Which camera have we got? I need to state that this YouTube channel doesn't stand for violence, but I can't stand. Well, I can't talk for any horticulture or any other attitude-ridden.
So what we're saying is the views of Dave are not necessarily.
No, not
our
the views of ours. Is that
Yes,
right,
I
Dave?
think that's the right way
Yeah,
to say
it
it.
fucking is.
Oh, fuck.
Let's
Are you
just say-
smoking, Dave?
Maybe.
Fucking drug taking cunt.
Sorry.
Oh, of course you're sorry. Fucking hell. It's like active on a fucking demonstration. Look at it. Fucking hell, Dave. Moving on.
Could help yourself.
Oh, of course you couldn't, love. Yeah.
Just a little side note. Did you see Active get pulled in Parliament Square 2 weeks ago, where he's walking past the police and they says he's given his name and it's Active Patriot is smoking cannabis on Parliament Square, and he's going, "What are you doing talking about me?" Instead of saying "fuck all," maybe you hear a bit more, and yeah, it caused chaos because obviously they were saying he was smoking cannabis. Proper big wigs.
I mean,
cool.
not like that. I mean,
But they mentioned him by like name, not by.
yeah, but when
Character,
we're
yeah.
talking about bigwigs, why don't we talk about them swabbing the toilets in
yeah.
Parliament and what they came up with? I can't believe, Trig, you've gone to sleep.
Yeah, yes.
Bless him.
But it is true. I mean, Parliament has traces of cocaine in the multiple toilets in Parliament is, I believe, like through the roof compared to like normal pubs. Normal pubs where drug use is sort of common.
They got a bit more money, I suppose.
There you go. See, we've had it confirmed. Dave, you're a money plant. There you go. So any fucking chance, Dave.
Fucking I
The,
dare
the
you.
thing is, the security must be so poor.
Get the first
because-
cook out your ass.
Well, they don't search.
They
the
don't
MPs.
search the MPs.
Well, they're right, and they're honourable.
Who's honourable?
Well, that's in the name, isn't
Honourable.
Well,
it?
the honourable,
right,
and
honourable.
the honourable and the right honourable.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference? No, not me.
No.
Isn't that somebody that's got more fucking stuff under their belt? Do you know what I mean? So,
And I put him down. He's going to sleep.
Cheeky bastard.
Oh, wait, no worries. Oh,
It's
Trick.
literally
Oh
gonna
no, Trick.
Sleeping on
Trick's
the
been
fucking
thrown off the
job
light. I
again.
can't believe
Not
that. He's done absolutely nothing right. I tell you, you want to throw anybody off the live stream, get rid of Dave. He's causing trouble.
Sleeping on the fucking job again, this guy is.
Cheers, Dave. Look, Dave, he's a plant. Oh, actually, as a plant, Dave, I might set the dog on you. There you go.
Right,
Right, well,
fucking do it, I'll get the fur red.
all right, whatever. Anyway, look, what else have we got? Is there anything of a remote interest? Ah, right, that'll do. Or is
There was
it?
100 today. I believe I read tweet earlier on saying there was.
Hang on, there you go.
So I'm sure they can hear me.
No, they can, but just about. Right.
The sea conditions really bad. So,
This is about 100 of them going missing, youngins. You heard about that?
yeah.
This is fucking unacceptable.
Why the fuck? Right. Okay. So I'll try and read this from here. More than 100 unaccompanied child migrants are missing from UK hotels amid concerns of drug trafficking, drug and sex trafficking. Who'd have thought? But the very fact that, I mean, somebody's even had the actual minerals to put that to print, if you like, hypothetically speaking, and say that that's the
But
fear.
who are Remix? It's not in any of the other papers, is it? Who the hell? I've never heard of Remix. So it's just
Brave.
Fringe, yeah. Fringe
And are they actually children? Or are these?
What, you know,
30-year-olds?
those guys with like fillings and beards
I'm
and shit.
just saying, yeah.
There was a chap in Newport in Gwent where he was playing as a 14-year-old, but he was something like 30 to 32. He went missing, and they put him in South Wales Argus, and they described him. He had a beard in the photo and everything. He wasn't even hiding it. Yeah.
So it's Zelensky.
And he just went fucking missing. And,
Yeah,
and it was a big like South Wales Argus had like article out, and you're like, oh fuck, he's taking a piss.
Last seen hanging out of a younger model. Fuck it. So what does it say? But basically, not to get into too much detail, because, well, we all know what it's about. A load of the kids that have come over, in fact, all of the kids, because there's only probably 100 kids that have come over, have gone missing and are soon to be found on a street in Rotherham temporarily.
Or washing a car.
No, because any old fuck can wash a car.
All right.
A virgin person, whatever, is, fucking whatever.
It's going down that way.
Well, let's be honest. It's probably where they've ended up, innit? Let's be real. So, whatever. Anyway, can all of you hear all right? And we're going out. I don't know if any of you've noticed. We're going out on Base's channel. Why not? Base decided he'd had enough of the channel, so he said we'll go live. That's about some of it. Any comments?
About what?
Anything?
Well, I'm just going through Twitter now. I was going to bring up that the Michigan thing. I was
Go on.
with the schools. So hopefully I can get it up now.
At your age, you should be able to.
Michigan is
Sort yourself out.
Walked into that.
because I find it quite a funny story. So even some of the statements, if democracy matters, we're the majority, Muslims in anger, Michigan protest. Try and get some.
So,
video.
what is the deal with Michigan? It's full of.
So Michigan is the capital for, should we say, Islam in America. It would be like something like Luton in the
Michigan's
UK.
a state, yeah? That's where Detroit is.
Yeah. Michigan's a city too, as well as.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
Michigan.
Detroit's the place.
Yeah, it's a
and,
fucking
basically,
state.
and what's been happening? They're doing the old CRT like they've been doing, and promoting all alternative lifestyles that maybe should be left alone until your children get a bit older. And they're not happy, so they went to the school meetings. And instead of just the Christians being unhappy, now we've got Islam being unhappy about
And
it.
when Islam's unhappy, they're unhappy.
Oh, they're unhappy. I'll try and get your video up now.
So they don't want their children learning about anal sex and things like that.
Well, not the age of 10. No,
That's fucking diabolical. that
Just
is.
maybe not full stop, but
Teach them young.
10 in Scotland's 10.
Fucking
by the
sick
way.
of them.
10.
Yeah.
So-
They get to learn about.
And I'll switch it a little bit. In Wales, there is no opt-out. Okay,
Right.
so there's no parental opt-out now.
Hang on.
Religious sex, not religious.
You've got to take
sex
it.
education. Well, you've got to take the cancer from the officials, yeah, basically.
Fuck me,
And the parents have got no. And I know people who are taking them to court. PCP Wales, big up PCP Wales on YouTube. They are currently taking the Welsh government to court.
What does PCP stand for?
Protection Children something.
Right, I was going to say the old days it meant something completely
Yeah, I
different.
know.
Yeah, it's nice to get a more
Well,
modern take on shit.
But
Isn't
the
it?
Welsh government are being taken to court, and hopefully they'll win that.
Good.
as an opt-out. I mean, there should be an opt-out. Fucking hell, surely.
Well, anyway, I'm losing the will with this switcher. I'll get it in a minute. What I want to do eventually is be able to get so you can see them and us at the same time, but I've got to buy something for the back of that, and it's about 500 quid, so I can wait. Right. Do you want to do the call-ins? What could go wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that call-in will be on the number of your phone, so we could get one of your
Fucking
fans.
everything could go wrong.
Don't fucking start, Dave.
And if anybody wants to ask Dave a question,
Yeah, Dave's open
Please
for
call in.
questions. Go easy on him. It's the first time, right?
So I don't know if you want to share that out or whatever, but that's it. They're just like kicking off with the school are like scared.
Problem is, I can't show it because you need to send it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just look.
Yeah, it is. What it
It's a fucking shed load of fucking Muslim people kicking off. There you are. That's rare, isn't it?
totally out of character.
Well, I think the Christians have sat next to him arm in arm on that occasion, though.
Once.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll forget the Crusades, is it?
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever.
The thing is that
Fuck it.
they'll cause chaos there, and the school governors they'll fold.
Fucking Crusades were a good time, they would.
Well, what happened to you? Where were you in the Crusades? And incidentally, how have you ever been to Michigan, Dave? I mean, seriously, how did you get a passport, especially with your drugs problem?
Well, I was a fucking seed when I went to Michigan.
Oh, I see. Well, you were carried over. No,
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
was
to.
fucking carried over. What's your problem with
I
that?
don't want to know, Dave. Fucking honestly,
Right, enough of your shit there.
don't fucking start.
I'll get the fur ad. Cunt.
Yeah, mate.
Fuck you.
Dave,
You can't.
family show, Dave.
Yeah, get your fucking shit together.
Sorry, mate.
Invite a plant on. This is what you get. Look, seriously. I thought it was going to go a lot better, didn't you? I mean, the dog's being peaceful, Dave. You fucking idiot. Anyway, Dave. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Right, we'll open up the calls. God fucking help us. And what could possibly go wrong? Right, where am I going to find Banner? There you are.
Who
Don't
do you think I am?
what you fucking. Usually my call-ins are so much smoother. There you go. Hello.
Hello, Si.
How you doing, mate?
All right.
It's been one of them shows that literally we're just winging it because
Oh, good luck to you, mate. Absolutely blinding.
the TVs are in the wrong place. I can't read shit. Everything's all around the spot and everybody's mic's not working. When we started, it was absolutely fucking peachy.
I've just done roast beef.
But yeah, fuck off, right, Carls? I had that man opposite me who is a chef. You can't see I'm pointing at that one there, right? And he has worked in some of the poshest places going, and Dave was his sous chef. But anyway, no, he cooked us a lovely. Actually, over to you, Matt.
Cottage pie.
Oh, nice.
Cottage pie with
But-
a bit of brisket and some shin of beef, and it was
Yeah, but
very
when,
tasty.
as you said, he's a civvy chef, but civvies don't work out in the field like the army do they? You
That
know what I
fucker
mean?
does,
Can't
mate.
get out of bed.
Hey, have you seen my kitchen? It's like the wild.
I have cooked in a field, but in a tent for
And
a wedding.
And he's cooked in my field, actually. That sounds fucking wrong.
Fucking dirty
And
bastard.
just to say, but it's nice to see you, mate. I like the plant.
Dave, he's all right, but sometimes he gets yum. He can cause problems.
Then,
Yeah, sorry.
what's just rang up about was these fuel protesters in London. They're a joke.
What, fuel protesters?
Yeah, they're just a joke now.
Unfucking believable. He's just lit Dave's fucking cigarette.
Is that an actual cigarette, Dave?
I see the woman that got done. The Tom's Graves got jailed in.
What did she get?
I don't know if it was she got locked up, but that's no great loss.
What, she's actually been put into custody for that?
Yeah.
She was well out of order, you know.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah, I get that. She's a fucking loon. And what was the other one? The Scottish fucking tomato soup thrower. Didn't she get?
Well, that's just happened. That one.
Yeah, she's come down from Scotland for that.
Yeah. Well,
think I got that from
what I enjoyed about that woman that poured the shit all over the army veteran was that she had splashback, and you could see the grimace in her face. I bet it wasn't her turds either.
She just got a mix up of other
she had a
people's
mix up of
turds.
about 10 different people's turbs, and she had splashback. Oh, fucking hell. You can see on a chin or something.
Oh, beautiful.
And she'll be going,
She had to
she'll be going,
hold it like
yeah,
that, didn't she?
I
She had to
showed
hold
him.
it up.
I showed that
Yeah,
90-year-old.
That was a
That'll teach
yeah.
him. Raising money for charity. How dare
yeah,
he?
that was the most
30 million.
culture she's actually had. So, but yeah, she's an absolute piece of shit. But there's more of them. They're all coming.
Mm.
I mean, you think this winter, every fucking one of them's going to be out. And then I think our fuel prices are led to believe are going up Monday. Peachy called Dave a trans. Peachy, you fucking bat, Dave. Right, there's a vegan on here that's calling you a transplant. What do you make of it, Dave?
I think that's fucking diabolical.
Well, are you trans?
No, I'm a fuck.
Oh, yeah, then that's the end of that. Right, sorry about that, Mr. Frigid Microwave. We just had to get to the bottom of that. I'm not having my fucking plant being accused of being something he's not when he's clearly a fucking happy male plant.
Yeah, fucking no.
Thank you very much. So,
So you already
and that happened.
Oh, we lost him.
I don't know what happened there. Well, that's just the technology I expected, eh? Fuck it.
Was
What?
that the microwave cook guy?
Who's on?
Well, it was. I mean,
Lisa, is that you on my account?
who?
Lisa, is that Lisa on my account?
Well, I don't know, Shay.
Well, she'll answer it.
Dave's very offended you put the phone down on him.
Fucking terrible. This is.
Are you still there?
That's one job.
Yeah, I'm still there, Si.
Oh, I don't know what happened, mate. You went all, well, you just stopped talking. It went away.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up a bread pudding in the microwave there
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Bread pudding.
with custard.
Oof.
With custard.
Well, I don't get to have much puddings in my life.
How did you get on with your dump truck?
Yeah, I don't really talk about that. I ended up driving somebody else's truck for a while because mine's still in the garage. The truth is that the guy who's meant to be fixing it apparently he's got COVID. He's very ill, but what he's got, I don't know. So, oh, hang on, sit on the net. Thank you very much for that little lovely there.
Cheers, Chief.
Yeah, you'd have to take the truck out and shoot it. It's probably the cheapest way.
Well, I thought I'd just done the rocker box gasket. Turns out that these things have a soft spot for blowing their turbos up. And hang on a minute, I'm going to be fucking dealing with Peachy. I'm not having this, Peach.
This is
Right.
fucking diabolical.
No, Peachy's victimising the plant. But anyway,
here's one for you, Simon.
go on.
The British Army, the boys and girls are getting a commitment to new trucks for the British Army. It's Volvo, Ford Inverco, and Man.
Hang on.
It's
Six-wheel
not
drive.
Volvo, it's me.
Right, Volvo's great. Right, MAN quite good hard off road. Iveco gearbox fallout.
Yeah, no, it's Spanish. They don't think. I
Is
think
that who
it's
make
Man
it?
in the Volvo.
Hey, so your servicing's going to be later on, isn't it? Not much later on.
Well, but they're doing away with the new weapon that they're going to replace in next year or 2 years' time. Well, it's going to got to be better than something. And the way we're going.
Do you know the biggest
I'll tell
enemy
you
of the
what,
fucking British soldiers, the government?
Well, we're giving a lot of them away to Ukraine,
Yeah.
and they're leaving them in the battlefields. You're seeing loads of British trucks in Ukraine.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they
giving all
tanks?
the. They're all giving them. They won't get the Challenger tanks, but they're giving them all the
Yeah.
all the 1980s kit.
Yeah, all that stuff. Not
Yeah.
the tanks.
So it's absolutely fucking useless.
and,
up against-
and they just leave them then in battle and just dump them because I don't know whatever reason.
So are they absolutely useless then? The kit that we're sending to the because the
No,
Russians are.
No, we're sending good.
What you got to realise is that the Russian tanks are not the best in the world.
They got loads of them.
Well, like
They're
Russians as
they're
well.
all spares. They're all 1990s models and all that. I mean, if you've ever been that type of and see how the Russians fight, but even our Spetsnaz troops are down tools.
Well, this is how the Russians did well in the end of the Second World War. In the end, was for parts, wasn't it? They were shit. The tanks they had in the Second World War, but they just kept on producing them. There was the numbers game at the end.
Was it
Was that the
T80?
Russians?
Yeah,
They just made more tanks.
Yeah, well, it
they
was
were
like
shit tanks.
two humans to one gun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
a
when
rifle.
one falls over, the other one picks
But
up the gun.
they were rolling them out in the end with no paint or nothing. Just roll them out like bare metal.
Well, the British Army now, when I was in there, CFT, battle fitness test and all that, now it's fit for rolling. If you're not fit for roll, you don't go to war.
Fuck that.
It's as
I mean,
simple as that. You know, the trades they've got in the armed forces are good, you know, but it's like you say, they think more of our government think more of as you said about the immigrants think more about them than they do our veterans,
truth
which
is,
is well out of order.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go to war for any country at the moment because I don't believe
No,
the
nor would
government
I.
are legit.
Yeah, so if the government can't sort this lot out, well, we're going to be screwed. And I mean, where I live, they're complaining. The traders are complaining that they've had the 6 months up, and certain councils say, "Oh, well, we don't know about that." Well, get off your arse, and if they don't like it, send them back. You know, they've had the 6
Oh, you
months
can't
over
say
it.
that.
I know I can't say that, but that's
Say
the way
it anyway.
it crumbles, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck a minute.
It bothers me that people feel that they can't say it though these days. It just bothers me because I'll fucking say it. I'll say it now. If you commit a criminal offence in the first 5 years of arriving in the UK, even if it's fucking minor, you're gone, and your family are gone with it. And you know the person you fucking blame?
You're bad.
You
You're bad.
Not us for being racist.
I
You for being a
agree with
fucking
you.
prick.
I agree with you.
It's nuts.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
You know, it's like everything else. They'll just screw it until they say, sorry, can't have any more. I mean, it's like you said about them children. How can you lose them?
Yeah.
What do? Fall off the back of a lorry or what?
Well, they were in hotels. They were staying in hotels, and they obviously left one day and didn't come back. That's basically how they're absconding in Napier Barracks.
It's like Simon said a couple of months ago. I'll never forget it. They come over. They've got 3 meals a day. The electric and gas is paid for by the government. The poor old pension is struggling like buggery.
£38 a week. £38 a week as well.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not a lot of money, but when you're getting three meals a day and roof and board and no bills, £38 a week ain't that fucking bad, is it?
No, not really. Yeah, and I bet they don't pay tax on it.
Well, no. And then you've got Care for Cali and all the other woke liberal cocks.
I haven't had enough to drink yet.
That will turn around and they'll fucking give them fucking phones, trainers.
Yeah, I know.
Mountain bikes.
I could see you recoiling there. Like,
it goes on and on.
I'm just watching you going, yeah, fucking.
Because it's the government's never given anyone their money. They're giving them our money. And my children's money.
Yeah, it's like when they say to us like, "Oh, don't you feel glad about that money you're going to get back in your electric?" Who's going to pay for that? Where's it come from?
People buy it. They go, "Oh, wasn't that nice of them?"
Yeah.
It's not their fault. There's a war. It's not their fault. It's all Putin's fault.
Is when they say, "Isn't that nice?" They're giving us a rebate, and no, that's what they did. They bullshitted you to make you fear it anyway. So it was all bollocks.
Make up something really terrible,
yeah,
right? And then ease it off a bit and make it sound like to be lovely.
Oh yeah, and it's just. Like
you look at the new police commissioner. Is he going to sort all this racism out in the police force? I don't think so. But it's taking a long time.
Yeah, he's going to add to it. He's going to make a lot more racism towards white people.
Yeah,
of course he is.
We're still on there. I'm amazed.
I mean,
where's that woman from last week? The one who was saying we got a march on Parliament. Let's get her on.
Let's just end the channel. It's fucking great, isn't it? She'll probably ring in a bit anyway. Forgot all about
Come on,
it.
if you're listening, love.
No, don't start.
Oh, sorry.
I'll tell you what. Dave can take the call.
Dave, do you want to take the call from that lady? Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, there was that chat.
I'll let someone else get on. Sorry, I was ringing next
All right, mate. No worries. Cheers. I had a confusing caller. All right, mate. See you in a bit, buddy.
I'll get my coast.
I just want to check it out. Yeah, there was a
next one.
Right, yeah, there was that chap that got
Hang on.
shot.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, you all right?
Oh, I'm living a nightmare actually. I'm trying to run a stream. We're in a new setup, so it's all a bit fucking chaotic. But otherwise, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, yeah.
What is it you wanted to talk about?
I want to talk about when I red-pilled myself. It's such a burden.
Do you know, the way you said it, do you know, I red-pilled myself and I'm thinking, I bet that fucking hurt. And it did, didn't it?
It did, actually, yeah. It did.
What was the worst part of your red-pilling?
Going in the British Army for 12 years and then finding out, actually, was it fucking worth it?
And your answer to that is? Was it worth it?
It wasn't worth it. It was good for the mates and it was good for the crack, but actually we was used and abused in Iraq, Afghanistan, Northern Ireland, because it's all become a clusterfuck, a whole lot.
Do you think it always was a clusterfuck? It's just you had to get in there and see it to find it?
I genuinely believe I was doing good, and then you come away from the situation and then you start red-pilling yourself in everything. everything.
Well, when you
And
look
then
back
you
at a war
realise-
you're involved in and going, actually, why is it we were guarding oil deposits and not people?
It's just, you know, it stops me going into a fucking closet and locking the closet door and telling everyone to fuck off because I'm not having any more of it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the closet's empty now. Every other cunt's come out of it, if you know what I mean. But no, seriously, on a serious note, I mean, when you look at the things at Northern Ireland, what you had to let go, what you didn't let go, not so good. When you look at the way that the British intelligence dealt with a lot of stuff, you know, because you'll have got to hear about that now. And it'd be like, that could have been dealt with a lot better, and these things didn't need to happen. But yeah, I mean, I remember my mate going into the first Gulf War, and he came back. He said, "Whatever you're being told on the news, it isn't true." And I was like, how can you say that? He said, you said there's a couple of people on the news coming across and surrendering. He said there were fucking legions of the bastards literally coming over. And we didn't have the facilities to even take them. It was just like, fuck off, just keep going. And they were like, oh, and off they went.
Yeah.
He said, fucking army is sunburnt armpit wankers. And that's, you know, they were all saying it at the time and it stuck. But I mean, when you fight for Saddam Hussein, it's probably better to give up and fucking, because you ain't going to have the kit, the technology, the training, and all the rest of it, and you're going to get annihilated by the British and American forces. I mean, when the Americans stop bombing us, but we won't talk about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
no, like looking at what's happening in the government, I don't trust the Tories. I don't trust Labour. I am scratching my head and I'm thinking, I wish there was a new party that's common sense, a proper.
You're going to have to wait
party.
about 5 years, I reckon, then something that's going to come. But it has to get so much worse first.
It's going to get tits. It's going to go tits up. I can foresee trouble on the streets. I can foresee civil war. I really, really can see it.
Yeah, but only because you look at stuff, obviously, you think, it couldn't get much worse before people have had enough. Now, if you lose the ability to feed your family or clothe your family or house your family, but then you see somebody who's never been in this country being dragged in, fed, clothed, watered, new phone, bank card, driving lessons, you know, it's there to, or I believe that they're there either to be an army against us, which is a thought, or just to cause hatred amongst us and call us out as being racist, because we'll end up fucking detesting the cunts because they're having the life that our pensioners and our sick and normal people should have. I mean, who's the last person you look after? If you're in a family, right, and your daughter's ill, you look after your daughter. If your nan's ill, you look after your nan. You don't say, tell you what, fuck the daughter and the nan. And there's some cunt right at the end of the street. I don't even like, but fuck it. Give him everything. It's the same common sense.
But it doesn't matter what colour you vote for. The left-wingers are in every echelon in this whole country.
Which is
and
why...
they've got inside in the last 25 years. You can go to the doctor, the dentist, you can go to local government, you can go anywhere, and you are the odd man out or woman out.
Or you're wrong because of your think.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't give a fuck. I'll go places and I'm bullshit because I've learned that's actually safer, right? When you go in there with, if you look at me the wrong way, I'm likely as not to fucking knock you out, right? Attitude. And you mean it. Nobody bothers you. You get what you want because the old rules still apply, right? And you'll find the left are really good at bullying people they think they can bully. Now, I'm not suggesting anybody should be violent. You don't need to be, right? I'm just suggesting that you shouldn't take shit. I live in a very left-wing village, right? There's some of them that will talk to me when nobody else is around and say, yeah, you're doing the right thing. But some of them will look down and go, oh, we don't like what you think. I don't give a fuck, but fuck you. That's the way it is. But
you got no Antifa in your village, so
no, but if I did, what would happen?
Is it left wing?
They'd shut the fuck up.
Very quickly. Yeah.
It's not left wing. It's in the, it's country, isn't it? This is in the country. It's
No,
not
just on the outskirts, they're all obviously
Right.
nutters with guns and they're waiting just for the kill, right? Okay, but that's farmers for you. But no, I mean, this lot around here, some of them are sound as fuck. Some of them are right wing, but they won't talk about it. Others are sort of middle of the road, and then you get the extra loud fucking lefty cunt that bounces down the place.
Well, they're the ones that aren't afraid to speak up because they know that they're not getting any pushback.
The protected class.
So yeah, I actually believe that the numbers are very different. I think that you find that, like you say, you
What?
pinpoint, you separate people, and when they feel safe to talk. you'll find out that most people don't agree.
So we're the silent majority.
Well, we're not that silent, us in this room,
Yes,
but yeah,
yeah.
Well, just
Our
gobshites.
view-
yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Antifa, they always scream and shout, there's more of us than you.
Oh, I don't fucking think so, pal.
And
No.
I say to them, no, you're not. You're just a
No, but
noisy,
they're backed up by,
minority.
like the caller was saying, every institution
Yeah, it's got it,
it is what you call it,
Everyone.
left,
So,
whatever you call it.
That's
Marxist.
the call, right? If somebody said to you, "Shall I join the army now?" What would you say?
No.
Right?
I think that's the right answer as well.
Yeah, it is. If somebody said to you now, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" What would you tell them?
On the streets, let's start trouble. I mean, who would thought that I would say to somebody, let's start some trouble?
Well,
Fuckers,
obviously,
there you go.
this channel can't condone that because that's what I've got to say.
No, yeah, I get that. I understand that, but
Yeah.
that's where I'm being pushed to. You
But-
can go into a corner and you've got to fight back.
Thing is, it won't be you that starts the trouble. Just so you know. All right.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Somebody will have done this because these things happen organically. You don't plan them. You don't do anything like that. I mean, take for instance, if you go through history and you see any of these uprisings, there wasn't any planning that went into it because they wouldn't have had the way of or great amount of planning. It's just something really bad happened. Everybody came out in the street, and then it went from there.
Lack of food, I think.
Well, I was just going to say now that obviously everyone caved, all the religions caved, everyone caved for Kung Flu and the bullshit that come from Kung Flu, and everyone just, they cucked out and they just, done whatever they were told to do. But if, for example, the people couldn't afford to buy food and bills, the normies would come out then, right? The NPCs would be out for that. Right, because it directly affects them. So there is a difference between like that sort of lockdown, I believe, which I was disgusted about how fucking cucked up the public was, to something that kicks off due to bills and food and all the shit. The old what's it called? The cost of living crisis. Yeah, I mean, I can see the normies come out for that and have it off, and that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want the normies to kick off, because. They're
the majority, aren't they?
Yeah.
And at that point, I would imagine your mainstream media will start. They're already, I think, beginning to sort of just walk back on the narratives a little bit. I don't know. But I think at that point, when they realise that, what do they call it, the Overton window?
Yeah.
When they realise, oh, hang on a minute, now this is
When
a
their
popular
customers start going the other way, they've
Yeah.
got to keep the customers.
Yeah.
It's all about fucking timing.
Cheers, Dave.
Yeah, cool. It's all
Timing.
about money and bollocks and fucking force. Do you know what? Yeah, I never thought this, right? I am so capable of fucking starting some trouble, and I don't want to go down that route.
Yeah,
No,
but
we need to talk you away
Here's
from
the
the brink
thing.
here, mate.
Calm down.
you gotta stop saying that, or you'll lose me my channel.
Can I ask you, caller? Sorry, I don't know your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Duncan,
What's your family like? Have you, with your red pilling, have you been like? Have they been
do you know
attacking you,
what?
or do
I
they
was just
support you?
me and my mum, she's 80 now, and she won't stop watching the BBC.
Yeah.
And I want to get a telly, and I want to throw it out in the street.
Yeah, it's
I've
poison,
tried
isn't
to
it?
tell her, but it's like, do you know what? It's like trying to convince
Yeah.
a lamppost.
Well, I mean,
bless her.
I know exactly what you're talking about. A similar situation to me. You got to find little areas that you can go. Yeah, but what was that about? But you've got to stop trying to change their mind because they resist it. But I was just asking you whether, there are some people in your family that feel the same way as you, or whether it's just been you on your own.
There is one or two, but most of them think I'm off my head.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm in a similar situation. It's been rough. Red pilling's really painful.
Yeah, it is. Like, I wish I never got peeled, actually.
Yeah. Thought that sometimes. But then you got like guys like us, and you got Discord, and you got people that you can talk to. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like you need a doctor. You need to go and get counselling once you're red pilled.
yeah,
It happens to us all, mate, and it is quite difficult to deal with sometimes. You do feel alone.
Fucking, it's a fucking horrendous.
I've lost friends and
Yeah.
family over the last 2 years. I'm sure you have as well, caller. Sometimes you do sit back and think, I wish I was just watching the 9 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock news or whatever again. And,
Yeah.
it hurts. It's painful.
and watch like 7 o'clock in the morning with that stupid those stupid pair that does breakfast, and just sort of like just get fucking monged out on it all.
Do you know,
what I mean?
when you see a
Yeah.
little toddler walk past and you think, I'd love to be back there, innocent again, not knowing any of this shit.
Yeah.
But you can't. And here you are, so get on with it. But that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to love watching the Big Breakfast. Remember the Big Breakfast?
Yeah.
It was just so much fun.
Denise Van Outen,
Yeah,
you would.
there was at that point in my life, I wasn't aware of any of this shit.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is just great. Watch Big Breakfast, go to work.
I think I was the same as you.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know about the shit that went on until maybe
No.
late 90s, really.
I was a bit later for me.
Anyway, my love, what I'm going to do is get on to the next caller.
Good luck, mate, and don't go starting any
Cheers,
shit.
bro.
All right.
No worries,
I
mate.
promise.
You take
See
it
you
steady,
later.
all right? All right, cheers, buddy.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Big up Super JTV in the chat. I love his content.
Oh yeah, Super J. Yeah,
Super J does some great stuff.
seen him.
Shit.
I think Rotten Politics was in the chat earlier
Who's
as
got
well.
shit in their eyes? It's fucking class.
You were a fucking lunatic, mate.
Yeah, because he's done videos with titled
Fucking-
"Shit in Your Eyes." Stars to the
You,
stars.
you remember where the plant is, yeah?
You're
Dave.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
you watch.
Hello.
Hello.
How you
Hi,
doing?
How you doing?
Oh, yeah, living the fucking dream, I suppose.
Oh, God, just about to say, I thought you were going to ask me how I'm doing. I thought I live in a fucking dream.
Oh,
Not.
as long as you are, mate, I'm just drinking. Well, no, it's a fucking Saturday night, so I've got to drink heavily.
Oh, no, it's fucking shit. I mean, what's gone in the news this week? I mean, that fucking Chancellor. I mean, fuck me. How long was he in office? 6 weeks?
Did he do well? I mean, he was the quickest to get booted out for a person that didn't die.
Yeah.
I mean, was he booted out because people got confused with the name Kwasi Kwarteng? I think that was right. Wasn't it?
What it was. I couldn't pronounce his
Well,
name.
according to
Beautiful
the
British name.
he was a
Can't pronounce his
coconut.
name. Surname don't end in Smith. No, that's it. Fuck off. Get rid of him.
I'm just repeating the Labour MPs.
Yeah, well, Labour MPs can often be known to be slightly racist.
She was Asian as well.
Was she the one that said he wasn't black enough?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking wonderful. So, what have you made of this week then?
Oh, it's just been the total this array in the British government. I mean, they're all saying trusses or mistrusses days are numbered.
Do you reckon?
Well, we knew that from day one when she got run the vote because I mean she come from nowhere, didn't she? Like suddenly win this like. Oh,
Did you see all the videos of her as a young un? She's telling a joke. She's going ha like that, like a fucking tough stew, and you're like, I hate you already. But she's useless. They're useless. And I don't know if you think this, right? But isn't this some factual to us that we can look at it and go, these people couldn't run a fucking bath, and yet the process of the country running still goes ahead. So it surely can't be those bastards that are running the country.
No, it's
I
not.
mean, it's like getting a hold of the cabinet, put them in a brewery, giving them a bottle opener. They wouldn't have a fucking clue what to do with it.
Do you know what? If they got drunk, I think, right, it would actually probably be better run. Because maybe they'd stop thinking about all their programming and just get back to basics. I don't fucking know. Or maybe they'd all just fall into a vat and we'd be sorted.
I mean, look. Apart from Liz Truss,
Less trust.
looking pretty incompetent, and in the past looking pretty incompetent, she's got no fucking personality. At least the prick Boris had some personality about him, where people liked him or hated him.
I agree with you there. Boris,
But you know, he turns out he's no
personality,
fucking
and he's-
conservative. He turns out he's no fucking conservative. Then he's a cock. So
Yeah, well,
I mean,
Say that again.
what-
Say cock.
What has she got going for her though? You know, she's not a likable
She's
person.
bland,
She's
isn't
not, you know, I mean, even if we just go on those sort of basics, fuck our policies. She's just not likable. She's not.
I don't even know if I saw her picture, I'd recognise her because I just stopped.
What,
Watch.
Liz Truss? Just
I'm
think
not-
of somebody who's
I'm not
completely
patient.
less animated than. Well, not Dave. Dave's got more about him, right?
The thing that at Liz Truss, when she gives a speech, what you need to do is turn your colour TV off and put the old black and white set on, because that's about as much character as she's got as an old black and white chronological
But she won't take
TV.
questions because she's so fucked and can't answer.
Yeah, she don't know the answers.
Fucking
Anyone think
I'll
that
give
someone who's done a
Boris
lot of
a
public
joke.
speaking would be able to like come across all
Is
right?
she World Economic Forum or
Yes.
officially or
Yeah.
like?
Yes.
Background?
Yeah.
Well, there you
Fucking
go.
lunatic.
That's everything you need to know.
Well, at least Dave, not Dave, sorry, fucking Dave, sorry, mate. At least Diane Abbott tried to answer questions.
Fucked though.
Abacus.
A little bit, yeah. So,
I'm speaking with Boris. At least he did give an answer.
yeah, but did you ever get it, right? A quick impression. The point, the thing with what we were trying to.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah,
Anyway, you have to give an answer.
Yeah, I mean, the answer was so drawn out, you never got to the answer, did you? Do you remember when you give the speeches about COVID?
Spin it out. You're thinking like you're watching the TV.
The I number is we're sure of. And then it's
I don't quite get this, what you're going on about. But at least you give an answer. That's the main thing.
yeah, you sat there, and at the end of it, you thought he'd give us a full and detailed opinion of what he thinks is going on. The fact that he couldn't get to English or relay English to us. I mean, at the end of I was sat there during the lockdown with my mate, and we were like, "Did you get any of that?" And she went, "No, I thought it was just me." I went, "I ain't got a fucking clue." And she went, well, we'll wait for tomorrow. Maybe that'll make more sense.
I think they broke him. I think lockdown broke Boris.
You, me, and 10 million other people used to glue themselves to our telly for his like lockdown speech, like every evening at 8 o'clock or whatever it was.
Yeah.
When all the idiots were out banging fucking.
Oh, do you remember the pot bangers? And somebody said, "Aren't you going to go out and pot a bang?" That ain't right, is it?
Bang a pot.
That one. Yeah.
And
And I thought, no, I'd sooner fucking saw me nuts off, you dumb cunt. Sorry. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm going to bang a pot. And that'll make all the fucking difference.
Well, just made sure your neighbours see you banging your pot.
Well, that's what they were
You're one of
doing,
the
and they
good
were
people.
drawing all out the front. I went, "Aren't you virtuous?" You fakers.
You're fucking right.
You know what I did? You know what I did?
What's on?
The first week I fucking didn't realise what was going on. The second week I opened the fucking window. I said, "Shut the fuck up!" I said, "What's going on?
Do you know what's going on?
And then we're banging. And I was like,
He thought nuclear war had been.
Boris's speech.
He thought fucking war's been declared. I didn't know. Is this how we get let known, by banging pots and pans? Oh fuck it!
Fucking local does that again.
Well, the thing is, I live in a flat, so there was a lot of audience.
Up high, shouting at the all your neighbours don't speak English, do they? Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
think it's the dominance language. No.
No, I mean, what is the dominant language? Do they have a crescent?
It's got a dominant language in the UK. Oh, I don't know now.
No, he lives in Cardiff, and Cardiff is parts of Cardiff aren't Welsh, are they?
No.
No. I mean, the local dish has been for a long time half and half, and that's really just an influx from the crescent, isn't it? Trying to push the cod out.
So what they did when they came over, they changed the comments. My glass is half full, it's being half empty. Then they went half to half and half.
Is that what it was? I just thought, well, in the old days, you used to have cod and chips, and what they weren't is they weren't chicken curry, but they still wanted their chips. It was half and half, wasn't it? And then it was chicken curry with rice and chips.
Is that glass half full or half empty?
Slightly over half full.
Yeah.
See, he's optimistic.
It's tapered though.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, right. it's taken.
So, anyway, next week, how
What do you
bad will
think,
it
Dave?
get?
Is it full or is it half full?
Yeah, it's about fucking.
Hey, is he still there? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Next week, how bad's it going to get?
Huh?
I mean, you know, it was bad this week. Next week, apart from the fuel prices going up, I don't know if you know that.
I
they've kept them
haven't
low,
heard that,
haven't
no.
Right.
I'd hope they'd not be going up.
Right,
I thought
my-
they were starting to creep down.
My boss, right, has a number of fuel cards, and he gets let known by email what the prices are going to be. How they know that, I don't know. But anyway, so he says the fuel prices are going up next week. Fuel up Friday night before Monday. So we did. And so I'll be going out tomorrow to fuel up anyway to pay less. But yeah, they're going up. How do they know this is going to happen?
They do because they know from the crude sales and
Yeah, well,
I thought
patterns.
America was trying to control it, keep it reasonable until after the midterms. I
well,
thought
they
that
give
was
it to them, not to us.
Yeah, but I mean, don't they kind of have their
Well,
thumb on the
Biden
scale
went bugging, didn't he?
worldwide, don't they?
Biden went begging to
Yeah,
the Arabs,
OPEC, yeah.
and they told him to go fuck
Yeah.
himself.
But then the thing is, if OPEC flooded the market with crude oil,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have these price problems with it because there'd be not a deficit, the opposite word of a deficit,
Surplus.
surplus. There'd be a surplus of crude oil, and they wouldn't be able to sell the bloody stuff.
Well,
So the price of
OPEC
it
decide
come down.
what they're going to produce. So it's like if something's in shortage, it's worth more, isn't it? So they don't over produce the barrelage because they lose on how much they'll sell it for. So they've done that ever since the 70s that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I remember the oil crisis in the 70s. Yeah, and I mean, literally petrol stations just run out. Then they could.
Do you remember these cunts pushing their car up to it and get a gallon of what was it? Was it 5-star they had or 3-star or whatever shit they could chuck in the tank?
Yeah, they had 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star back in them days.
Was it the 60s that they had a fuel crisis? So they built the Messerschmitt, you know, that little fucking 3-seater thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And wasn't the Robin Reliance some sort of comeback for that?
Yeah,
Was that?
yeah, the Robin
Ah.
was. The Robin was. I mean, in
Well,
France,
yeah, like 50
Well, 'cause it
cc
used less
engine,
fuel.
it used no fuel whatsoever, and you
Mike
could just zip
license.
around for miles.
bike license.
I mean, they
Bike
tipped the
license.
fucker over when you
Reliance,
went round the
bike
corner.
license.
Yeah, moped, yeah.
That's why.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, he was talking. That was all.
Sorry, caller.
Yeah. Alec Isagonis, his bid to try and save fuel, he made the Mini. Anyway, we're fucked.
Yeah, basically.
Worst of it is I own a 2.5 pickup and a 2.5 Transit. So fuck it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 2 litre diesel Ford Cougar, and that's like doing. I suppose on average, I'm getting like 42 to a gallon out of it.
That Cougar, is that petrol, diesel?
Diesel.
Mind you, do you remember the old days when they said turn to diesel because it's cheaper? And then when we all went to diesel.
Going back quite a few years, I mean, probably, I don't know, 10, 12 years.
End of the
maybe longer.
80s, early 90s,
Diesel,
right?
yeah, back in the 80s, diesel used to be like, say, like 30 odd pence a litre cheaper than petrol. And now it was like, buy a diesel car, buy a diesel car, buy a diesel car. So everybody went, fuck the petrol cars, buy a diesel car. And obviously the government got on this. Oh, there's more diesel being sold. Keep whacking it up. Keep putting the old VAT and the duty up on it. And now what's diesel now? 20 pence a litre dearer than petrol, 15p a litre.
Yeah. And it's funny, we're going through the same thing as we did back then. Is now, for example, in California, they were saying, well, we're banning petrol cars or engines like 2030, and you want everyone to be on electric. Well, it turns out
Turn the power off.
they're fucked. They're fucked because they even though they've been telling people to buy electric cars, if you, for example, charge your electric cars up at certain times of the day, it can fucking blow the fucking network up, right? Right? And the thing is, 2 years ago, they were saying get it, because this is the way it's going, and then people have got it, and then the fucking California is now. You can't use the electric sometimes during the day.
If you're more conspiracy minded, you're going to say, "Well, yeah, that's what they want. Yeah. They want to control people and turn off the power, so they can't."
But even a year ago, people were saying, "Oh, it cost me sort of like 20% than it would be for fuel to charge up," and you're going, "Oh yeah, what's it costing you now?" The prices
When it's fucking UK, I mean, they're saying they want to ban all petrol and diesel cars by 2030. Right. Okay. So that's 8 years away. Well, not even that. 7.5 years, even less than that away now.
Mm.
So you're going to have, God knows how many cars are on the UK road. Must get 50 million, maybe more. So you're going to get rid of all these cars. Then everybody's going to have to somehow, in the financial crisis, buy an electric car. The other thing is, where are you going to charge a bloody thing?
Well, you won't have the money to charge it, so it won't really matter, will it? Apart from that, half the fucking population will be dead from certain outcomes.
And the cars are going to be connected to a grid anyway, so the computers on the cars can say, "Sorry, you've overused your carbon footprint this week, so we're only going to give you quarter charge, what have you. So this is your limited."
Well, I know someone's got an all-electric car, right? And he swapped his old diesel in for an all-electric car. I mean, it's just electric. There's no petrol or diesel engine in it. It's all electric. But he's saying now, obviously with the prices going up of electric and that, it's costing him more a week to charge his car than it would if he went to a petrol station and chucked 5 gallon of diesel in it.
I didn't think they were there yet, but if they are, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? I'm just so not surprised. See it coming.
You feel like you're in a foxhole, don't you? And you just got to weather this,
Well, that's all we can do, isn't it? All we've got to do is just ride it out. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. We can't change something unless we take flaming torches on the street and march on Parliament.
You can suffer, human, because we own the fucking... I just won't have...
And plus we own it anyway, but never mind.
Well, yeah. Isn't it funny how we were all born equal under God and then they own everything and we've got to pay for it? How did that work?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Keeping you up,
like you're paying to the system and they say, "Oh, we ain't got no money to give you back." You think, well, what I paid in... Jesus Christ.
No, sorry, mate.
Sorry.
Base started yawning and he's just literally fucked everybody in here.
Fucking God.
Am I boarded?
No! It's based, isn't it? Oh, fucking sleepy noodle here.
Fucking yawning my fucking leaves off.
Mate, should
How much tax do we have?
he hasn't had enough gear, obviously. I mean, Fucking literally, ask the plant. He's got some drugs. Get on him.
Yeah, go rack them up, Dave.
Fuck it. I'm surprised
Fucking
Dave
leave-
ain't got to put like.
Anyway, how is Dave?
Fucking leave
Hello,
Bradbrook
Dave.
alone.
Hang on a second. I'll let you
Dave.
say hello to Dave. Hang on. Let me get rid of the call sign because Dave's obviously. You can see some of Dave in it.
All right, mate. How you fucking doing?
I'm doing fine, Dave. How are you?
I'm fucking great, cheers.
That's what I like to hear on a Saturday night. Someone who's actually fucking great and not worrying about things.
Well, Dave's off his fucking nut on bio, isn't he? And he's sipped half a fucking Thatcher's down his head. He's already kicked a fucking geranium in tonight, mate. Of course he's fucking happy.
What do you want from
Look
me?
at the fucking state of it. He's smoking something. I've no idea what that is. It's not a Woodbine, is it?
Fucking
It's a diet.
Oh,
cigarette.
mine. He's come in here, causing fucking havoc. He's going to turn the place over tonight after he's had one too many and probably give the fucking women in here a slap. Fucking nightmare.
I'm waiting for the chair.
You wait till he gets outside. Fucking lunatic.
I'm gonna fucking apologise in advance.
Oh, yeah. Well done, mate. Wait till you're sick into the
Have
fucking...
a round, Dave. That's what it's about, isn't it? Have a round.
Well, Dave loves it, doesn't he? You know what I mean?
How's that, Dave? Nice.
What's it?
Oh, stop it. Fucking leave me alone.
I'm not having you fucking sexually abusing my fucking plant.
No, it's can't. Ooh,
Stop fucking crushing my fucking branches, you cunt.
Sorry about
Fucking
Look at the
geranium.
fur
Damn fucking
It's not a
geranium,
fuck. It's a,
man.
apparently it's a money. It's a money plant, isn't it? But I
I'm
haven't
not
seen any
fucking-
benefit yet.
I'm not a fucking body plant.
Well, what are you then?
You tell me, you fucking brought me, you cunt.
I didn't fucking. I got given you. All right, you know, mate. You were this big, and you were just fucking wasted away when I had you. I made you what you are. Don't you want me, baby?
You didn't keep the fucking receipt, then, did you?
I couldn't get a receipt. It was a fucking neighbour moving away who didn't want you, innit?
Oh, I see how it fucking is.
Oh,
then.
this is quite sad
He's
now.
an immigrant. The plant's an immigrant. Dave's an immigrant.
Don't fucking excuse me, you cunt.
fucking wound the plant up now, mate.
He's got chucked out of his own home and that fucking be took in.
Yeah, he came down here. Literally, he didn't have a fucking pot to piss in. Get it anyway, right?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck all. Right. Anyway, we looked after him, and he's growing massive. And we're gonna have a repotting session. We're not gonna prepare him for this, are we,
You
Dave?
fucking doing
Oh,
what?
I told you, sunshine.
You fucking did tell me
We're
shit.
gonna repot you live on air,
No,
mate.
you did not.
Oh well, tough
You
shit.
lying
Everyone's gonna see your stuff.
Well,
fucking, don't you fucking start.
so I'm gonna repot Dave live on air, and everyone's gonna hear him squealing and crying and whinging and
That
moaning.
is going to be brilliant, Simon. Repotting live.
Repotting live. I mean, honestly, the turmoil and the
That's gotta be a
fear.
Saturday
Plants
night when we've
lives
had a
matter.
few
Fucking
drinks.
evil bastard.
Oh, mate.
That'd be absolutely brilliant.
In it. The kamikaze repotted, right?
Fucking people like you should be fucking of it.
Oh, fuck off, Dave. I've had enough of it. I really
Fucking
have.
sick of you.
Look, this was supposed to be funny. I wasn't actually supposed to get in a proper row here, cunt. Anyway, whatever.
It's fucking butchery, this is.
Oh, here we go. There's no fucking
They're
pleasing.
given the choice of like either being repotted or be put in the Houses of Parliament.
If you don't watch it, mate, I'm going to dig up some soil around the Houses of Parliament, and that'll be the soil that goes in the new pot. Watch how fucking happy the cunt is then.
Yeah, plant them right outside fucking Parliament, like a big bit of grass and that. There you go.
Happy now,
I'll
eh?
have to
Great views, cosmopolitan, eh?
I'll have to fucking leave you in the middle of the night, you bastard.
Yeah, I've heard about what you do in the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
you fucking cunt.
Anyway, there it is. But anyway, lovely. It was great talking to you and everybody else with Dave. You know, I'm glad you liked him. Anyway, he's got his own YouTube channel. There will be a link.
I found it. Yeah, I found it. I've got Dave's channel. Nothing on there yet, but
No, we're working on some content. I was going to have him like roof surfing a fucking a Mitsubishi and then going for a ride on a motorbike. There is some evidence of him abusing people walking by outside the flat and some domestic chores. But yeah, he did swear a bit, didn't you, Dave?
Just a bit. I'm sorry. I do apologise for this wearing and whatnot.
Yeah, anyway, Dave Sharp. So that's brilliant. Anyway, look, I'm going to get on to the next caller. I don't think they'll talk to us, Dave, like you did. Thanks for that.
Cheers, mate.
All right, mate, you take it steady. See you in a bit.
Ta-da.
I don't believe it. Dave's getting more calls. Hello, Dave.
What would you expect? I'm a fucking entertainable character.
We have another call.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
This is the voice of nearly, but not quite, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're all in good mood today, particularly Dave, because he's high as a plant or whatever.
I'm as high as a kite, bro.
I was trying to think of something that he's high as. Anyway, I was.
As high as Jack and the Beanstalk.
Windowsill.
Yeah, your friend who was in the friend who was in the army and is sort of upset that he was red pilled. I was pleased when I was red pilled, actually, because it's better to know what's going on than to live in ignorance.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
All the time. But what I would say to anybody is there's not going to be a revolution in the sense of walking into Parliament. We saw what happened in America with when they all walked into, January the 6th and all that. They got absolutely nowhere, people chucked in jail and everything, and they've got guns in America.
Yeah, but there
And
would
so
be.
the idea of, we're all going to go down to Parliament and have a revolution is a no-no.
Yeah, I get.
Unfortunately, sorry.
Yeah, I understand your
the
point. I understand your point, but Jimmy, just breaking. January 6th was very segregated. Obviously, it was like the Republicans, or they would call MAGA Republicans. So,
Yeah.
like, if something like this would happen in the UK, it would take the general population. Not politically. It'd be like together.
So can I do a Kathy Newman? So what you're saying? No, I think the point over there is it was Democrats versus Republicans, right, about who was going to lead. I think what we would be having a row with over here is things have got so bad that we don't trust government, doesn't matter which. And I think at that point, the left-right paradigm would reduce. But is that what you get at?
Yeah. I mean, I totally get your point, but at the same stage, like if, for example, whether you're on the left or the right, you can't pay the bills, you can't feed your kids. There's electric sources. That's when I think the tables can be turned. And that's
Well, yeah, but I think it's what the left done was it was a long march. They took ages going through all the institutions and getting in, and it was a long march that had the left.
Is that because they had to go past the cameras first?
Yeah, but no, they done it very craftily, but very sort of just a little bit here, and a little bit there. And I think that channels like yourselves are basically starting the long march back against the left and the woke and everything else. To give you a compliment, it's people like yourself, all of you who are there at night, we're putting your channels out on YouTube and everything. You're the ones who are turning people onto the red pill. You're sort of red pilling people and that. And it's that is going to change what's happening, rather than some big thing of going down to Parliament and going down there, because the last march in Parliament was great in some respects, but they didn't take a lot of notice, really. They just sort of marched everybody round and that. But I think that by what you're doing, by telling people, and what we should do, people like myself who phone in, is not be afraid to speak our minds, not be afraid to, like when we're in the village, like where Simon lives, not be afraid to say to somebody, I don't think this is right that all these people are coming in to vote people. I found myself earlier in the week talking to a friend who was in his 80s and everything, and I thought, I couldn't speak about this, and then his partner turns up and says, well, I'm sick of these bloody boat people who keep coming across here, and we're paying our taxes for that. Yeah. And I found that they were on side with us. So there was more people on side with us than
they're mainly silent until they, like Matt was saying earlier, they're mainly silent until that moment they realise they're in safe grounds, and then they'll say, "No, this is ridiculous. What's going on here?"
Yeah, and it's point by point. It's not like the whole picture. You could just find one thing that person cares about. Because was it heard recently? Someone said, the more you know about something, the more conservative you are about it. So if they really care about one issue, then just use that issue, and just say, well, what about this?
Yeah,
exactly.
And like you said, when they do start talking, you do realise that they're basically on the same page as you. They might not be as based as you, with you.
Yeah, I mean, general distrust in history of governments is just everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't have, every movie that comes out,
Whether it's
usually
communism,
CIA,
whether it's over here.
it's going to be like they're corrupt. So it's never a surprise to anybody when they find out the government's corrupt. I suppose it's just it's breaking that cognitive dissonance. That's that one thing, isn't it, where people don't want to. They don't.
Everybody's watching you.
They're
There they are.
dancing.
And the thing is, too, the ones that put out propaganda that are good at it, they don't just put out propaganda. They put out shows like Strictly Come Dancing and things like that, which are very, not really so much on the propaganda side, so that you follow these programs, and then you get the little bit of news put in, so it comes in. And where it's harder to put the propaganda out, which in some respects is good for us.
Yeah, but it is propaganda. Strictly Come Dancing. When you made that comment originally, I was like, and then but it is propaganda. They'll have same-sex dancing going on.
They got to
They'll have
introduce it.
same-sex synchronized swimming going on.
I know, and Strictly Come Dancing has always been really butch. So when they
they'll have all sorts of. I'm sure I know, like, Britain's Got Talent and that dance group that done the old Black Lives Matter sort of dance thing.
Yeah.
And it happens exactly the same in Strictly. So it is pure propaganda, which is just slightly pushed in.
I totally agree with you that it's put in, but it's put in subtly and slowly and drip fed. And drip fade, and you need to we need to do the same thing from our point of view, slowly put the point of view over and slowly turn people round. And as I say, back to my original point, which you got from the other side, it's a long march.
Yeah,
it's not going to be easy.
You got to play the long game.
You guys are in the front line doing it, because you're the guys who get all the shit chucked at you and everything from the other side. You're the ones who get called racist and misogynist and all the rest of it. But you're the guys who are in the front line, and you're really making a difference. And that, so I respect you all for doing that, because I phone up every so often as Simon sort of recognises my voice, but I'm not in the front line. I'm one of those sitting on the sidelines supporting you, saying, well done.
You're talking a lot of sense, so that's the main thing.
Well, that's good to know anyway.
You can play your part every time. Like, you're talking to someone at a cashier or your neighbour over the fence. Any time, just any little subject, you can just drop in little.
And the worst thing,
I do that much, but I don't feel I do enough, to be quite honest.
That's enough.
The one thing I think we've got to learn, and we've got to make sure we learn it, and it's very difficult, is that we've got to do it subtly too. Because when you start throwing these big curveballs into them of facts, they just shut down from it. Sometimes you've got to just literally just throw a little tinkler into them, which they can't really. And then you can go from there. I've learned that.
You got to find something that somebody's interested in, just a smidgen, and say that you like will be changed.
Yeah, and you'll lose that thing you love. Yeah, they're gonna take that from you. Yeah, exactly that.
The digital currency is quite a good one at the moment.
Yeah, well, I was doing it when I was working. Before, everyone knows I was working at Waitrose. Sometimes I'd be on a till, and when someone was apologising for using cash, and I say, "Don't apologise, use it or you lose it." But you stop using cash, they'll take it away from you. And even just all the time, just little things.
So it's like the cars, like you said, the digital currency, they'll just stop you from driving your car.
Yeah, they will.
And they're like, what? I said, well, they can. Any car that's 5 years and younger, I don't know roughly what it is, but it's a couple of years now, can be centrally controlled. You can't do fuck all if they don't want you to do fuck all.
Well, they'll control your money. Like, I saw actually I think it was a link somebody shared on Discord. I looked at it the other day, and it was from a guy called Rich Planet. Have you anyone? Quite deep conspiracy stuff, but he did this video about how when they got the central money, they'll be able to say, this is how much money you've got for fuel. This is how much money you've got for this, and you can only spend this money in this area because you've used too much carbon footprint, or your social media has been not approved. So you're limited to only spend your money in a mile away from where you live.
Spicy memes have been discredited.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you've had a bit too much humour this week, sir.
That spicy memes decredit 500 points.
Yeah. No, but they
No,
will.
no,
They'll
your
control your
cousin was a bit of a cunt this week. That's it. End of.
Well, they've done it in
Fucking
China,
thought
and so basically we are so close. We don't realise how close we are to China.
I'm saying, but we're not China. I'm thinking, yeah,
We're
but-
almost there.
Yeah.
We're only hot
They
to
won't-
skip it away.
It won't happen because there's something intrinsic about the British.
But
They'll
it's
just say no.
It's
No
like arresting journalists in the UK and just like picking people up, and like during lockdown, you say, well, that's not like Russia. Well, look at Red Square. Look at Red Square. You got one person with a banner. They hold it up and they get pulled away. Right?
I saw people with a blank bit of paper
Yeah.
getting arrested.
Yeah,
Held
that's
up
right.
blank
The
paper.
king, right?
Because they showed a bit of spice.
That's what. And that was my point. I couldn't work it out. I thought it was lockdown, but it wasn't. It was the king. Blank bit of paper. Right, no, I backed up Antifa in Cardiff because she.
Do you want the truth?
She scribbled out "fuck," and because I said that's what he's doing you for. He kept on going up. So as you take the fuck away, it's a non-starter. And he said, "Well, we know what it says. We know what it says." I said, "But it doesn't matter what you think it says. It doesn't say that. So now it's not an offence."
But you know that bloke in China,
Which one?
the one with the blank piece of paper.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's like me. He couldn't spell. Just saying. Anyway, yeah. Well, we're talking all over the cooler. Here.
Sorry, caller.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's a call
That's
in.
all right. That's right. I'm listening now.
I don't do this often. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
disrespectful boss.
He's learning. Yeah. Sorry, Dave, calm.
What?
Right.
Fucking you doing it? Come on. That's all
Oh,
you're
how
doing.
many call-ins you done lately, Dave?
Well, a couple.
All right, fair enough. Can't argue with it.
Okay, cool.
What do you fucking do with it? I mean, I can't believe we're that fucking outclassed by a plant tonight.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The only thing
I've got to jump in. Matt keeps on looking at the plank when Dave's talking.
Yeah, because that's it. It's fucking Dave, isn't it?
I know, but he's fucking killing me.
Yeah, but oi, look,
He's killing me.
oi, hang on. Look at Dave.
I don't know
look,
what you're talking about.
look.
When
right.
Dave's talking, you pay
Yeah,
attention.
look
to
at
him.
Dave and say hello. Go on, base. Say hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Don't ruin the effect or I'll break your leg, you cunt.
Anyone
Anyway,
watching, do not pay attention to Based. Based is off his tits. Dave is.
Dave
here.
can't. Based is no good at acting. Are you based?
just watching the monitor.
So-
I'm looking at
It's just literal.
Right. Right. Say hello to Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Oh, there you go. See, he can fucking play it. Just look.
How's this,
fucking-
Dave? How's that?
Look,
Oh,
he's
oh.
slugged with a plant
Stop
again.
Stop it,
He
you
loves
fucking
it.
dirty
You
bastard.
love it, don't you?
You filth, you are.
Sorry, Carla. Sorry.
Fucking
Carla.
filth.
Honestly, there's been something going on in this studio. I
The
bet you're
thing
glad
is,
you're not
this
here, mate.
face looks so sweet and innocent.
What, Dave's?
No, this face.
Oh, yeah, of course it fucking does. She's just
Fucking-
molesting me plant. Right, anyway, let's go back to the conversation now.
Like
Yeah.
fucking
They said
filth.
Before I go, if I can,
No worries.
I just wonder if we would be allowed to drop a few stink bombs near the protesters in London who are sitting down for Just Stop Oil. If we
Can I just say, would it be
accidentally
point?
drop a few stink bombs as you walk past them, and that, or if we would be the ones that get arrested. For
Do you know,
doing that.
in the old days, if you'd have drunk or put stink bombs near somebody who didn't smell, that would probably offend them. Maybe if you bomb them with links or
No. I said this last week. We should just go there with bacon sandwiches, right? And then stick it right under their noses because they got their hands glued on the fucking.
Is that camera moving or you?
They're all vegans.
Move this
obviously.
way, you fucker. You fucking
They're all
automatic-
You're a
vegans.
fucking
So
lunatic, you are, baby.
just get a nice bit of bacon and egg and just stick it under their nose and
yourself
stuff.
out.
And just really fucking irritate them.
I love bacon.
Yeah, but they love it, but they're vegan, so they've been freaking out on it. Go on, this is harassment. Shut up, you silly cunt.
Hang on,
Smell that.
Smoked bacon
smell that.
or unsmoked?
Smoked.
Smoked.
No, just a quickie, right, babe? I was talking to a friend who works with a lot of vegans, and she's saying they're all fat, right?
Chips and pizza.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it's not for a lot of vegans do it properly. They eat lots of vegetables and pulses.
I was hoping it was
and
more
healthy.
sinister than
No,
that.
but then an awful lot of them go, well, you're supposed to be vegan, but I like pizza and chips. So what's going to happen? You know,
Bloated fuck.
yeah, and your hair turns blue.
Come on, then.
I
What?
was saying, you got anything fucking worse than that, or what?
Then
What's that, Dave?
You got anything worse than that story? Then, or
What? No,
what?
I mean, no.
What
I
you
wasn't gonna say
mean?
anything worse than that.
What are you asking, Dave? The fact that they probably just fuck off around the corner and have a bacon sandwich on the quiet.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
They
And we
might.
still got the caller on, Dave. Sure.
yeah, I'm still here. I was just about to go, but just before I go, another one that's coming into my mind is I heard also somebody was saying one of the women who came down who was protesting in London for this Just Stop Oil they said she'd come down from Scotland last night. Now
Yeah.
I wondered what had happened to a horse.
Yeah.
Or a bicycle. She got a puncher on a bicycle because she surely didn't come down using
I bet she flew. I bet she
transport
flew.
Yeah, the
that was
broomstick's
used
in
by
for a
oil and
service.
petrol. I mean, that would be so hypocritical, wouldn't it? But,
No, Greta
so she
comes
must
to
have
pick her up
probably
in a
come down
yacht.
on the horse. Poor bloody horse has had to
No,
come
no,
right
no. The
bloody
truth
hell
is,
from
the
it.
truth is, she was first class air, right? Because, yeah, well, yeah, watch your carbon footprint and all the rest of it. No, she'd have been sent down in some expensive way, which goes against everything she says. Because the globalists are nothing if not comical in their own twisted, fucked up. I don't want to get down that road, and he went there, right? But the thing is with them, if they're going to make some fucking idiot pillock famous for 10 seconds, right, for doing something like throwing shit on a memorial or whatever, they've got to make sure that everything that fucking idiot's standing for goes, everything they did before that goes against it, so that people like us get to hear about it and it incenses us. That's all part of the thing. So you'll probably find that she probably came down either on a train that was empty, just on her own in first class, or flew down.
Yeah.
She flew down and thinks that because she paid 150 quid or £100, it was.
What does it cost to fuel up a broomstick?
Yeah, she probably think if she paid something for a tree to be planted, then that was.
She offset her carbon footprint.
How do you do that? Do you pay somebody else to take it?
Yeah, you just have a lot of money and give
Fuck
it to
off.
Yes, basically.
I will go and let you continue. I'll go and let you continue with the conversation because others must be wanting to come on now.
Millions.
Well, there's a few blokes wanting their wives to come on now, but never mind.
Life now, and you guys are in the forefront, going in the right direction. So I respect you all for that.
Well,
so well done.
One day we'll get a professional organisation together, but he's very brief.
Okay.
He's a regular.
Yeah, nice one, man. It was a good chat.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great chat, this man is. I like him.
Well done, Dave. Liver is flute. What?
Fucking what?
Oh, we got John
Lawrence.
Big John Lawrence. Right, we're going to derail the conversation and this be.
Well,
hello, John.
Yes, Rev. Yes,
Sort yourself out, John.
First of all, I just want to mention today, right? So everyone in the chat, we're looking up at a street. We've got two lines of police, and the Muslim Defence League are throwing missiles at us.
No comment.
They were just eggs. They were just eggs. I was with Danny Tomo. You were there, and there was stuff in the vans, and they were eggs. And everyone were ducking and diving. And then up towards looking up the road on the right-hand side, a guy's come to his front door, either because the Muslim Defence League were getting in his garden or whatever. And then in that instant, about 8 Muslim Defence League jumped over the fence and just laid this guy up outside his door. So Bates has seen this, and he's confronted by a 5 foot tall, pretty sturdy looking wooden fence. And we're out.
Can we throw a few more allegedlys in here?
And where on the video it looks like he was going to jump over it. I just thought he was just going to ram it, but he just took that fence out, and he has got a bit of footage earlier on where he's scuffling with police as well. But
who needs friends?
That was a memorable day, babe. That was a memorable day. Rev, I'd just like to say that there was a death of a councillor in Oldham, and a small local by-elections come up in my ward.
Right, I'm going to be racist because apparently that's what I am. So finally, yeah. So what colour was the councillor that died? What colour is the one that's going to get it? Just out of interest.
Oh, no, she's a whitey. She was a Labour councillor, Jean Stratton, she was called, ex-council leader.
Right, so she was white.
Yeah, she passed away, but the area is a majority white area.
Oh, right.
What's an area?
I don't particularly think a person of colour, except for me, is going to get in. It'd more than likely be a white person. But anyway, so it's on the 17th of November, so I'm a bit busy. I've got a round of leaflets to go, but this is my second election in 12 months, and by next May, it'll be my third local election.
How much does
in
it cost to
12
get
months.
into one of them?
500
Nothing,
quid. Oh.
nothing. You just got to, the cost is just getting your flyers done, and you've got to do the legwork. But I've got volunteers. Lads have been out this weekend leaflets in. I'm going to be going down just door knocking. I've got some other lads helping next week who are going to start leaflets in. So
Good for you, John.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I wish you all the best. I mean, problem is, because you want to stand for something decent, they'll make sure that you're not heard. That's the shame.
it will be, but I mean, I am heard, and I've got some really what can I say? Like new style politics action is going to be coming up. I'm not going to be just on the regular route of doing this, that, and the other. Stuff I want to look at is into schools. And like the history and the libraries and things like that. These places are going to come under my scrutiny, you know what I mean? And if I see something that's false, then I'm going to be calling it out. I'll be doing stuff in the council saying this is wrong. We don't want this in our schools. We want proper. And I think a lot of people will back me up on that, of every community. Also, my new leaflet mentions gender identity on it, so I'm not going mild on anything. My leaflet is hardcore for an old leaflet.
But John, before you take over my stream again, right? Because that's not something you do, is it? Right? I'm going to wrap this up, right? So, is there any last words?
Oh no, I'm not taking it. I just thought.
I know what you're fucking like. All of a sudden, because John Lawrence stream. All right, you know it. I know it. So,
Rev, listen, you've got the ultimate respect. You know what I mean? You're a good channel, a good amount of followers on it, and you're very regular. So I'm nothing.
Oh, shush. Not having any of that. But anyway, no, I wish you all the best. I really do. I hope it goes well. And
Big Pharma says, ask your Labour opponent what is a woman. Well, on my leaflet it says, all the mainstream pies are supporting this. Keir Starmer cannot even tell you the definition of a woman.
Wasn't that good?
Human, female.
I bet his missus would be fucking pleased with him. Can you imagine when he gets home? What's a woman then, Keir? Well, it's well, if you can't make your mind up, you're not getting any. Oh. Oh, fucking
right, go on then. Thank you for the time, Red. Thank you to the chat.
Cheers,
and
John.
all that lot.
No worries,
Big up
mate.
everyone.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, mate. Take it steady. See you in a bit. Well, you've got to catch John, because if you don't, well, let me tell you now, and off he goes, and that's it. You're having it for the rest of the night. Good evening.
Good evening.
How is it?
Who's that? Is that Simon?
It is, but you sounded just like somebody I know that sat on the sofa over there, and I thought, how the fuck can he be calling me from over there? But it's not. It's you. So, how are you doing?
All right. I haven't spoken to you for a couple of years, a long while.
I recognise the voice.
Yeah, because it was a long time ago I spoke to you. So I've just rang up basically to say something, really.
Go on.
Yeah, well, basically is, you know, like this Mark Sexton's been going around trying to shut down vaccine centres.
To be honest, mate, I've not heard of it. No, so go on.
Oh, yeah, he went to the UWE Bristol and basically went there, about 8 of them, with his thingy gun, his shame on you gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyway, but that's a joke anyway. But what was it? They went there. Police went there. He's gone there with his bit of evidence, right? That vaccines are killing. Now, I'm not for vaccines,
right?
But I'm keeping it real. And he's gone there. He's basically gone in there and basically shut the place down because of the staff and the patients felt like uncomfortable. The police were called. So after they shut it down, because they shut it down Saturday afternoon. This is over a week ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of, like I said, the intimidation that they caused, not because of the evidence. Then they made another video in Windsor, in another vaccine centre, telling the police that they'd shut down the Bristol centre because of the NHS had looked at the evidence and the police had looked at the evidence and they decided to shut the vaccine centre, right?
Right.
Now, either I'm getting this wrong, but it wasn't shut through evidence, right? It was shut through intimidation and basically troublemakers, right?
Right. So you're saying that it will work?
Well, they're lying. They made a video. So basically, what are they doing? If they're telling lies, they've gone to another place and they've said, we've got a crime reference number. We shut the vaccine centre down because of, well, anyone can get a crime reference number, right? It's not hard to get. I could ring up the old bill now and get a crime reference number. It doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't prove anything. It just means to say if there's any more evidence comes to light and it's beyond any doubt that they will look into it. Apart from that, it's just a login system, a crime reference number. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this truth movement is a joke, right? This is just, it's just stupid. This has been going on for decades, hundreds of years even, right? They've been planning this, what's going on now. This is like the new technocracy, if you want to call it, right? They just want to control us all. There's no way.
Yeah, I get the fact they want to control us all, but the vaccines and stuff weren't thought about 100 years ago. So
no, but this is all part of a plan, right? And no one's going to stop people from having vaccines. You're not going to shut down a centre. He's gone to the centre and he said, you have to shut it down. It's not up to the police to shut it down. This has got to come from the top.
So if the police saw something illegal happening at a vaccine centre, could they shut it down?
What? Yeah, but whose definition is illegal? I mean,
well, the law.
The law. They are the law.
Exactly. So they know how to enforce the law. So if they saw something, say, for instance, illegal happening there, that was, I don't know.
They never seen it. See, they're lying. They dress up. They put bearers and soldiers' uniform on to make out we're in some sort of, it's World War III. Well, we actually are in World War III, but psychological, in combat, right? But it's all part of the video, innit? Turn up with like the army gear on, right? Make people think that, get right into it. Oh, we're like fighting, right? But we're not fighting that way. We're fighting psychological. This is like an information war.
So let's get this right. The understanding is that this place was shut down apparently legally because the police saw a fault there, yeah?
Yeah, they're going around making videos now saying that they shut it down on the Saturday afternoon. It was shut for 3 days. Well, that's an exaggeration because they're not open on the Sunday and the Monday anyway, right?
Okay.
It opened back up on the Tuesday, which was normal.
Right.
Basically, they shut it on the Saturday afternoon, and they're telling people that they shut it because of Mark Sexton showed the NHS staff there evidence, and the police saw it, and they said it was valid enough, and we're shutting the vaccine centre.
Okay.
But if you look on Bristol Live, the whole story is no mention of any of that. It was shut because of intimidation and staff and patients felt uncomfortable, right? Now,
why didn't they say that then? Or
why?
did
well, this is the question, right?
Or
now,
did the police, because you know the police can close places down on advice, right? By saying, I think it's a good idea that the event doesn't go ahead, or that this place shuts because of this, or this, that, and the other. And the police, you'll get somebody high up in the police who will say, I think this is a good idea that you shut the doors because there is a threat to your staff and that we can't guarantee your staff safety.
Right, that's why they shut it down. Nothing to do with safety of vaccines.
Okay.
See, they're going around saying they shut it on the basis they had evidence that vaccines is killing children, right? So
right.
the real deal shut
but
it
if that
down,
was
right?
the case, then it wouldn't have been reopened, would it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm just trying to put it together because obviously.
So I've gone on Facebook, like on these Facebook, like where they're putting the information, and I'm a troll, right? Because I'm doing this.
Go on.
Pointing out the uncomfortable truth. What is it? Don't they like the truth? I thought they wanted the truth.
Who?
These people, these troopers.
Ah, right. Okay. Here's the thing. This is my understanding that truthers don't like to be called out on anything.
No, it don't seem like. I actually got banned off there. I'm a troll because I'm putting on there. I've proved it as well.
Mhm.
I put the video of what he said. He's gone to Windsor, a Windsor vaccination. He's told the police and the staff there that they've just shut down a vaccination centre in the UWE in Bristol
So he lied.
because of overwhelming evidence, and the police are backing them and all this, right?
Yeah, but if you want to say, for instance, you've got a truther movement, right? And
Yeah.
you've got people chucking you large sums of cash.
All right.
You don't want those people to be disinterested. You want them to be interested. This is just a thought. I can't say that this
Sounds
is.
like the BBC then, doesn't it? No different than normal TV.
Well, here's the thing: people in the extremes, right, are not the normal, are they?
Well, I try and live real. And now, if there's not, I don't believe nothing can fix this. This has been planned a long time ago.
Right. The only
And
thing that
this
can
you're
fix it is
talking
people not
about-
having it, right? That's it, isn't it? Right. And people make their own choices.
No,
I mean-
nothing can stop this. Nothing can stop any of this.
What?
Right?
What, the vaccine? I mean, me. Say, for instance, me personally.
Well, cashless system. No one can stop that. The people are going to be begging for it eventually, right? The vaccines is these people. They know the risk, but they think in their minds that it's helping them, right? And
They
it's
don't
giving
know
them
the risk.
freedom, right?
But they don't know the risk.
Well,
They'll take it.
yeah, but this is the argument they do in TV land. They do, and when they go to the doctor tells them that it's okay, right? So everyone, and because everybody's having it, it seems okay, right?
Well, they'll
So
soon,
everyone thinks it's okay. Monkey do, monkey see, yeah?
well, they'll soon fucking realise that everything's going downhill rather quickly and end up fucking deciding, you know what, these lot were fucking right.
When it goes down, they still won't realise it.
They fucking will. Once
Because
times
they
are really,
do
really
such a good-
bad, it'll
They do
fucking get
such
to
a good
point.
job psychologically. They'll love it. They want their own destruction. They just don't know it.
Or do you want to enjoy them wanting their own destruction so you can say, I was right, you were wrong, you deserve everything you get?
No, I just live in the truth. I'm just caring about me. I don't care if anyone has the vaccine.
Okay.
They let them get on with it, right?
What about anybody who's close to you? Do you care about that?
What if they want? It's up to them.
Okay.
Well, that's me. That's freedom, isn't it?
No, you can give people advice. And if you care about them, you'd give them your advice if you cared about them. You don't have to care about everybody, that's normal, isn't it? But
Well, it is caring. If I tell someone that I'm not having the vaccine because of my reasons, well, they can listen to my reasons, or they can have their own reasons for having it.
no,
I'm not going to say
go on.
to them, don't have it.
So your entire point is that the truther movement don't like being criticized and will lie.
Right, that's true. It's been infiltrated anyway. It's basically controlled, right? The truth movement. There's no threat whatsoever to this current system, right? Let's get that straight.
What the
It is
truth?
absolutely no-
Hang on. When you,
David Icke.
right.
David Icke's no threat.
What I'm
All
saying
this
that
is
I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying that the truther movement is no threat to what's going on at the moment, and it'll have no impact.
Yes, exactly. No, nothing at all.
Okay.
Nothing.
So, do you think that people are getting wise by their own, I don't know, analysis by what they're seeing, rather than any truther movement?
Why?
Well, I mean, I'm seeing people that have had the first
I can't
vax, the
really
second
tell you. I
vax.
don't know how many people. You see a lot of people online following these people, so-called troopers.
Right. So what
But
I've just
also
said to
there's a
you,
lot-
right, is there are people who are not having the third or the fourth, right? And they've decided they're not going to have it
Normies.
because of reasons. These are the normies. They're not red pilled, but they're coming up with their own reasons. Do you say that the truth movement and any information that comes out from them will have had no basis on their thinking?
On people that have had three or four
No, say for instance, the ones that had the second jab, but they decide that they won't have the third, or the ones that have had the third that decide they're not going to have the fourth. Will they have made those decisions purely on their own basis, or will they have had any input at all from the truther movement?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Well, that's
It's
why
a
I'm
good
asking you.
question.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's like maybe it has, yeah, maybe it has, but I don't think it will basically have any impact.
So the
on
truther
big
movement's
picture.
probably had some use then, yeah?
It might have affected someone's decision not to have it, but it won't make a
Right.
blind bit of difference.
Right,
If
okay.
you've got the road
Right,
here
stop
now,
there.
Right.
Think about what you just said then.
Right. It won't make a blind bit of difference.
Right. So if they've actually had some impact in stopping that person doing what they're doing, then it's had an impact.
Well, on a handful of people, yeah?
Did it have an impact or not?
On a handful of people, yeah.
Did it? Yes. So it's had an impato
but he like I said, I prefer to be in a situation where I am now, where I'm trying to show this for what it is and trying to do my little bit. I prefer to be that person than that person walking down the road clueless to the scenario and clueless.
Well, I'm not clueless. Yeah. I'm not clueless, but I just live.
Yeah,
live
but you're not clueless. But you're not clueless. But you're happy to just go mincing about, just letting people sort of end up making a mistake or end up walking into a trap in the end where we're all going to have to with the central digital currency, etc., and all the jabs back in the day, where people just end up getting coerced and getting pushed into doing that. You're quite happy with that happening to the nation. That's what it seems to be.
But there's nothing can stop it.
Everything can be reversed.
Yeah, but
it just takes time.
Yeah, but like Simon said, for your nearest and dearest, your family members, I certainly would have made more of an effort instead of just giving my reasons and then just walking away.
I did once.
That's not what you said to me 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I did once. Ages ago, I did. I tried to I ended up falling out of my son, and I'm not doing that. Right, so I changed my tactics, the way I think, and I just thought, well, let him get on with it. He's an adult, right? And I just, instead of falling out with him, and because as you know, a lot of people, this has divided people, and I'm not falling out with my son. If he wants his jab, I told him ages ago, and now, in fact, it's weird because it's reversed. Because now, when I say to him, "You go and get as many as you want," he don't want none.
There you go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a funny way. You try and tell a kid off, and they back up. The minute you start
I've got sympathy with you here, right? Because my daughter, for ages, said she wasn't going to have it, and then she'd ordered a holiday abroad with the mother. The mother had it, then she had it, and then she went abroad. So I understand. And I thought, how far do I push it? Because I can't make another human being do something that that they don't want to do. So I had to just accept the fact that she was 22 years old. She was a grown-up. She made her own choices, and I'm hoping that everything goes well.
That's it. You have to just literally hope that they're okay, because every single person I care about has had the jabs.
Hello.
And it's you're just there thinking, I hope that both my daughters are going to be able to have kids or whatever. Well, you don't know. Like
a close relative. I'm not going to say what relative. Very close.
Personally, my take on it is that about everything what's going on, I just don't. I think what's being done to try and stop this, right? Any of this digital cash, whatever you want to call it, this new sort of reset. It's up to me. It's not working, and I reckon it's meant to be that way, right? Because it's not being done properly now. And then you're going to say to me, well, what do you suggest? Well, I don't know, right?
No, I wasn't going to say that.
But I just know that whatever's going on now, it seems to me it's been infiltrated and it's basically taking people nowhere. So nothing's happening.
My question was not what you suggest. My answer, what I want to know is, do you think it's just easier to go along with it quieter, so make it easier for ourselves?
Go along.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
I don't go along with it. I don't go along with it.
At the moment you said that any ideas aren't going to work. So surely if we haven't got any ideas and nothing will work, then you'll have to have it anyway. You'll have to go along with it. So will it be easier just to go along with it quietly and just limit the pain or what?
Well, that's one way of doing it.
So that's a suggestion, is it?
That's one way of doing it, yeah. But
will you do that?
Pardon?
Will you do that?
Well, that's what I'm doing, yeah.
So you're going along with it quietly, head down, that'll be fine.
You're a fucking lunatic, son. You need to take a hard fucking look at the mirror and realise what the fuck is going on.
But that's a plant, mate, and a plant's giving you that advice.
Dave is dropping some truths.
Dave's hardcore tonight.
Fuck me, Dave. I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I know what's going on, and you don't like my opinion.
No. Oh, sorry, let's get the right camera. No, when
That's
you
how liberal and free you people are, innit? Eh? When you don't like to hear something that don't resonate with you, you can't handle it. You
How
get
long's
all
he been on the
arrogant
call
It's
for?
and angry.
actually it's a really good call. This,
Yeah,
calm
yeah.
down. Just calm down a little bit because it is actually a good call.
Yeah.
And and I don't. We
How
don't
long's he been
want to
on?
just have an
He's
argument.
been on for like 10 minutes. It's not like we haven't given him time.
Yeah, no. And I'll give him
Yeah,
another 10 minutes.
And then you got,
No, I'll give him
and then
another
you
10 minutes.
insult my
If
intelligence.
we wouldn't let you talk.
No, we're having fun as well at the same time.
Yeah, having fun because you probably got all the comments in there and everyone calling me a loony.
Stop being so paranoid.
No. Well, I actually can't read the comments because at the moment the TV's shared so that everybody else can see, so I can't see. However,
The truth movement, right? I'll tell you, the truth movement is just basically TV now. Basically, you buy a mug and a T-shirt, right? And you keep sending these like opium people loads of money, right?
there is
So
a
let's get that
name
into
for
our
people
fucking head,
like
yeah?
yourself, right?
What?
There is a name for people like yourself, and they're called give-ups. You give
I'm
up.
not giving up, mate. I'm just trying to survive, right?
Right, so you're going
Until
to
I
go
get
against
back
what
to the
anybody
wrong.
else says. You're going to go against what they say, and you're going to shout it down, right?
I ain't going to waste my time sending money, right, to David.
Well,
Icke or
you don't
Mark-
have to send money to
Mark-
anybody. You do
Mark
not have to send
Sexton,
money to do anything, all right? Do you?
Mark Sexton. Have you heard of him?
No, I
Ex-copper,
haven't.
right?
And listen, why have you got to send money anywhere?
Yeah, what's Mark Sexton?
You can send money to me.
Yeah, he'll take money if you want it. He'll take it all day long. But
Asking for money. That's what.
Right.
Yeah, that's called a fucking grifter.
I mean,
Here's the
I've
thing.
been involved in sort of patriot things publicly for like 5-6 years, but maybe 10 years. And guess what? I've never fucking donated to anyone.
you don't
Yeah,
have
you're
to.
I mean,
But you don't have to. You don't have to give to anyone, do you?
Well, there's plenty of muppets out there that
Well,
would.
that's up to them,
Here's the
though,
thing:
isn't
who pays their TV license?
Well, I don't watch TV.
I'm asking you, how many people do you know that pay TV?
I don't know anyone.
Right. You know that
Well,
they're
it's better
all
than
right. All right.
people
I'll put it
that-
another way because the way you are answering, right? How many people in your area do you think pay their TV license on a percentage basis?
All the fucking lot of them. They're all muppets.
Right. Okay. Good enough. Right. Okay. So these people are giving money to something they don't really want to give money to, and they're paying for something that's utter bullshit. Right.
Well, I don't pay.
Not asking you. I'm saying about you people around
But
you.
that's my choice.
Not talking
I live
about
in a
you
free
again. This is
country.
not about you. All right. Calm.
I don't
Right.
give a fuck what anyone else does. I'm just saying, right, I tell you how you
No,
deal with this.
no. Because
How do
this
you
is the
deal
way the
with
conversation
these
works. I
individually?
say something, you say something, right? This is how it works, all right? Now, what you're saying is that people are asking for money. Only people who want to give money will give money. And if you don't want to, you don't. That's how it works. Why are you
Yeah,
getting
so we're
upset for
simply
people?
giving them money, yeah?
But why are you getting upset for people that want to give to whatever? I mean, how many people give to the Red Cross?
The donkey sanctuary. They give their will, testament.
Yeah, exactly. There's people that give their entire fucking life savings after they pop their clogs to the cat fucking protection.
Donkeys are the window, donkeys the king.
they do.
Right. There are
It's not
people that will
point.
give their money to things that you don't agree in and I don't agree in. Correct?
So you got David Icke. He's selling you books. How many books has he got out?
But if you don't want to buy his book, you don't buy it.
his book.
Incidentally, I'm dyslexic. Why the fuck am I going to read his book?
And anyway, he's provided a
The
project
money
for
made
money
in
there,
Iraq.
which is
Hang on a second.
banging.
Remember,
Not
keep
about
it down.
the
We're talking
truth.
to a
It's not
troll.
about
Fucking
changing
steady on.
anything. It's about the making money. It's not about changing anything, right?
Well, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of people out there on the grift.
It's just been, yeah, that's all it is now. Just a load of grifters making money off the back of it.
Right.
You
So
know,
do you know
fucking-
anybody out there in social media that you consider not to be a grifter?
There ain't many, no.
Well, am I a grifter?
You, I haven't looked into what you do.
But you've called in.
He's got super
Yeah,
chat
but
as
then
well.
he's
He's
got-
got super chat.
Yeah, watch that.
Wow.
Yeah, the thing is, right, I would have thought that before you called in, you'd have thought about whether I'm a grifter or not. Because think about this. If I'm making money out of what I'm doing, your little
Yeah.
debate that you've just done with me is entertain people and they've probably chucked money, or at least you've put up my ad revenue or whatever. So you would have given to, if I had be a grifter, you would have given into that.
Yeah, but I've also told them a lot of things that they don't want to fucking hear.
No, but you've been entertainment. You've
It's
helped.
content.
I don't care. It's not entertainment. It's
Oh, it's
fucking truth.
entertainment for them,
People
mate.
are entertained.
Yeah.
It's content.
I'm bored, but yeah.
You're
You're
always
bored with
fucking
this.
bored.
Better go now.
No, don't. You don't have to go anywhere. At the end of the day, this is entertainment, and people are listening and watching.
And what is your name? Have you got a name we can call you?
The way I'll tell you the way how to deal with live now is you've just got to live. Well, not you lot, you don't, right? I don't know what you do, but the easiest way and the best way to get through this life now is just.
You know what I do because you rung in numerous times before. You've said this,
Yeah. And have you got a name we can call you?
Dave.
Dave.
No, that's the
No,
point.
I'm
but-
fucking Dave. You cunt.
All
Sorry,
right,
Dave.
Oh, I swear so much.
Because we would never want a donation off yourself. You've done enough.
Actually, it's saying that right. We were on 8:30 when we started this, and then the debate that we've had with this man
I'll tell
is
you what you've got, right?
you've put up my
got-
subscribers and they've chopped me a $5.
I'll tell you what, you've got a load of fucking muppets, opium people in the chat room fucking flagging me off, right?
I haven't seen the chat. All I saw was something light up with a $5 on it.
Simon,
I would imagine
let me
they're
just,
very nice.
let me just jump in on the chat, right, caller. The chat is there to fucking troll you. All right. I mean, you should know better. You should know better, right? They troll me. They troll Simon. They troll you. So don't fucking worry what the fucking chat is saying. Big up the chat, by the way.
I didn't give a fuck. I'm just telling you what's happening.
Yeah. So fucking what? That's what the chat does.
Yeah, that's right. So what? I'm just telling you though. Just in case these people think I'm fucking stupid, right?
Don't worry.
No, I think you've just got a few things fucking twisted. To be fair.
Have I really? What is that compared to your fucking twisted head? Yeah.
Compared to my twisted head, I'm a fucking
Yeah,
plant.
you're
You cunt.
twisted head. Eh?
I'm a plant. What do you fucking expect? My roots fucking go everywhere.
You're a fucking knob, mate. You've been programmed like a twat.
Programmed like a fucking twat.
Yeah.
What did
that's
you
right.
fucking used to do then for your career?
Leaf it out.
Caller, to be fair, the plant was
What is it? Fucking brick onto one.
No, calm down. Caller, calm down. The plant was 1/20th of what it is now.
Calm down.
The plant looks very impressive. You should have a look at it.
That's what the police say, isn't it? Calm down, calm down. And you're not even a knobby.
Calm down.
Yeah, that's what the old Bill say.
Fucking
Yeah,
lovely.
you fucking old Bill.
Yeah, they also say Section 23, Misuse of Drugs Act. They also say Section 50. They also say
wow.
Section 1, Section 3, Section 35. They also say hello, hello, hello. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about? I went for a
I
piss.
think he thinks I'm a copper.
Hey, you're a plant.
That's the funniest joke tonight. Gotta say it.
He's a plant.
Is he a plant?
I'm a plant.
Sorry, Dave's a plant. So anyway,
Fucking idiot.
what have we got from this? That the truth of movement doesn't work, although it doesn't, but it does. But it's a grift.
I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, you can fucking dream on all you fucking like. Nothing's going to fucking stop
I've
it.
really
You can
enjoyed
go
this.
around-
You have to understand. I want you to call back in next week, right?
You can
You
go
say-
around
you say
thinking that you're
fucking in every
fucking high and mighty,
But that's all right. Look,
And
people get
because of what
animated.
You think you're going to make a difference, and you ain't going to make jack shit difference.
So what are
Right?
you doing?
No,
for
if
your
I was
fucking thing?
you, I'd make no difference because that's all you're capable of doing. I mean, it's
Look,
not your
I am.
fault, is it?
I ain't making no difference. You got it.
No, that's right.
hang on.
But
Double
the,
negative.
the difference is I have and I do and I will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not your fault that you're not capable. It's just the way you're made. Never mind. Look, don't get bad about it. Anyway, look, call us in
What
next
do you
week
do,
if you want.
actually? What do you do, actually?
Check how long has he been
Well,
on?
I do absolutely nothing, as you can see, because I get to talk to thousands of people and give them my ideas and let them think about it. And because of that, a lot of people probably haven't taken that medical intervention.
That's
And
doing
they-
fuck all as well, then, isn't it?
You what?
That's doing fuck all then as well, isn't it?
I think
So-
you're a very bitter man. A very, very bitter man.
Yeah, I enjoy these.
I mean,
fucking love them.
I genuinely never ever like to sort of just
So eventually
directly say
you're-
nasty things to people, but I just think you sound
man,
bitter.
rather than what I'm fucking saying, yeah?
No, he's just made an observation on you. But I mean, I
Because
enjoy these.
I've been listening patiently, and because I genuinely always like to try to like find the best in people, but I think you're just really bitter. I think you need to, I don't know, work on
Yeah,
yourself,
I think
mate.
you're about
Work,
fucking-
maybe work on yourself.
How old are
Try
you?
to make
How old
yourself
are you, mate?
happier.
How old
26
are you,
minutes.
mate?
Pardon?
How old are you?
How old am
are
I?
you?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, 12. What do you want to know?
Yeah, you fucking are. That's about right.
Well,
got
you can
that.
see me on the TV, can't you? You can see my face.
No, I'm not watching it.
All
So
right, well, when you
how
watch
did
it
you
back,
get the
I mean, you
number?
can see me.
Get the chat then. How are you getting the chat?
I got it off the internet, mate.
Yeah,
Right, so you're watching the chat on the internet. Do you know what? I think you're a bit of a fibber.
Yeah.
Fibber. I'm not watching your shitty fucking show.
Ah, now we're getting to it. Now we're getting to it, Sweet Pea.
I
Yes.
don't watch your show.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Right, you don't like me show, you don't watch it,
No,
but
it's
you were
fucking bullshit.
so utterly compelled to ring in. You were compelled to ring in because you're a troll that you need some attention, right? That you thought you ring in, you thought, I know, I'll wind them up. But do you know what you've done? You've actually raised my figures and earned me about 20 fucking quid. So I say thank you to that. You've done a great job.
And I got my cut.
Can we pick up the super chats, please? Can we-
Yeah, a massive thank you to the super chats
Tell
for
a message.
Go and buy a Chinese. I tell you what, go and buy a Chinese takeaway and a new phone.
We had dinner already.
Spend a bit of your cash on your card, right?
Big up, Big John.
hang on, calm your fucking tits. We're getting upset here.
Who was the other guy in the yellow?
Yeah, we you know when you highlight this, they then get. This is how it works. Sorry, caller. Base ain't used to this. Right, so where were we? You were deciding that you'd had a good fucking skinful today, and you thought you'd ring in and fucking wind
I
somebody
don't
up.
drink, actually, mate. I don't drink.
Really?
Well, I tell you what,
No.
caller, you've so far had 28 minutes, which is not
28 minutes. So that's not
That's
bad.
good,
It's
isn't
not
it?
as if you've been cancelled or anything, is it?
No.
So
Well, I'm going to finish off now by telling you all to fuck right off. you bunch
now
of
that's
fucks.
beautiful. That
bless
is
you.
absolutely lovely.
And God loves you.
Fucking
And
same to you, son.
Now
good on
that-
you, mate.
now-
I wish you all the best.
I love those calls. They're the best, right?
I
Honestly.
genuinely wish that guy the best
Yeah, no.
because he's really, really missing something.
You do realise that if you wish him the best, right? Get the Welshman a drink on me. All right, I got to chuck him 25 quid now. By the way, that's half of it, by the way, because they only pay you off. Hang on, the fridge is back in. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, sorry, it's me. Good night, mate.
Please don't tell me the cunt's blown up.
Castro Troy.
No,
Cheers,
no,
pal.
not at all, mate. I just got the man that the man was just thought he wants a good kick up the backside who hasn't got all these grips in his lorry. One of the two.
Yeah, isn't it nice when we get to have a bit of fun with them?
Oh yeah, it's like absolutely lovely, mate. Lovely, like it, love it.
Because honestly, it's like, you know, when you get like, it's like a cat with a mouse, and it's like, you fucking twat.
Yeah.
Right. And it's good because, I mean, I know the guy hates himself, and probably rightly so. Right. And I know that nobody likes him because who would? Right. Naturally speaking. Right. And I know there's other intrinsic issues like smallness and ugliness and all the other things that make a pointless, miserable twat like that bitter and twisted. And I know that he probably don't get on with his family and the job's just fucked him off for probably
Can't
an
get
immigrant.
it up.
Why would he need to get it up? Nobody is
Well, for
going
himself.
to take it, are they? No. So I enjoy, and I enjoy the fact that he came in and he felt annoyed by people like ourselves that are happy.
Yeah,
And,
you've got to be
oh, by the
happy.
way, Bass, stop smiling. You're not meant to be happy.
No,
Matt,
I'm never happy.
no happiness. All right, Dave, take that smile off your face.
I'm never really
Sorry,
happy, so it's quite good that
So-
I'm getting challenged. by
So,
it.
so he rings in and he thinks he's going to upset us, and by failing this, obviously biblically, because he's failed at
He's
everything.
not
He's
much
like,
of a troll because he was getting triggered really easy. I mean, Dave only spoke up like once or twice. And Dave
annihilated now this is more like it. You're pointing at
You're
Dave.
taking the piss on me, you are.
No.
It's like,
No, a plant is actually. And by the way, just for the bloke
Tell you
watching,
what, Simon, you get more sense out of that plant.
yeah, well, you were that fucking idiot that just rang in. But do you know what? He'll ring in again and again. Do you know what? It's like a little sore that they've been told not to touch, and they're like,
He just can't fucking help himself.
he can't, Dave. Dave. I mean, at the end of the day, I was trying to pull him back. But anyway, Mr. Fridge, right? I would say the next time he rings in, I'm going to try and do 2 calls at the same time. And if he rings in being an absolute mug, I'll let you call in and give him some shit.
Yeah, I will, mate. Okay, I'm just gonna go and get some bread pudding and custard, Governor.
Oh, bugger off. Anyway.
Hang on. Rich man, is it bread pudding or bread and butter
Okay,
pudding?
sorry.
No.
Hang on. Is it bread or bread and butter pudding?
Bread and butter pudding with
Ah,
custard.
that's the one.
I'm
And if
not
you want to
happy.
see it done properly, go to Uncle Matt's Cookery
And I've got-
Lessons.
and
And you'll
Beautiful.
see the
I've
best
got a
recipe
tin of
ever.
stew in the fridge.
Nice touch. All right, well, you go and fucking enjoy that.
Okay, it's all right.
All right, you take steady, all right?
Bye, Dave.
I tried to
See you later, mate.
No,
You take
bye.
care, son.
Who's fucking
Okay,
for
mate,
it?
bye.
See you later, mate. Honestly, that bloke fell out with a plant.
I know he fucking did. I fucking wiped the floor with him.
Was that him ringing back?
He was a cunt.
Hello? Oh, Jesus, that was a bit loud. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're having
It's
a
the
fucking
laughing
mental breakdown,
policeman.
son.
do you think?
it's
It's hard to tell.
It's the laughing policeman. Hang on. No, he's crying as he's wanking. Oh, yeah. That's it.
It's when we find out that this is actually a friendly fucking phone call that was ringing in, actually found Dave funny. Anyway, phone caller, apart from the hysterical laughter.
Are you right?
Yeah, are you all right, bud?
Well, I'm all right, mate. Have a lovely evening. That's what I'm calling to say. Have a lovely evening.
Right, cheers, Ed.
You too, mate.
You know who that is, don't you? And here's the weather tonight.
Oh, it wasn't the same guy. Oh, I feel bad.
Oh? I think I'm in love with Dave now. Sorry. Manchester Prepper. Hello, Manchester Prep.
Hello.
How is it?
Hold on, I need to turn this thing down. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm just using my new microphone. I've tried to set my video thing up tonight. I'll tell you what, mate. I've got so much sympathy for you. I'm a 49-year-old bloke, yeah? And I was the gadget king, yeah? When I was 25, 30, I knew fucking everything, right? And I've got all this new stuff this week. And I'm looking at it, and all these apps that I've got to download, and all these little QR codes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going to have to get somebody in. I can't do it.
Well, I had to because I couldn't. Well, I said I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
I couldn't get in, but your brain's got enough to do at the moment, hasn't it?
Mate, if you actually saw what's on this fucking table at the moment, it's just mental.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We've got.
Have a look at it.
You can't really show them, but I mean,
Show it and we were back.
nah. Just I'll show you another time. But basically, we've got a big tower unit that's running a load over there, and this screen with obviously the mic. We've got all the decks here and that. We've got another computer over there now, which is going through the comments, which is letting me know of them. It's going to be interesting, but it's going to be better. But yeah, it's worth it anyway.
£3,000 computer you've got running up now.
Yep.
Right.
First time today, earlier on, so we had to get everything right. That's why we did that stream. You couldn't hear us because I hadn't downloaded the app for the Rodecaster.
Yeah, you are coming up on my, when it does, it comes up, pops up that Rev's on.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually starting to come up again.
Yeah, if people don't get notifications, my recommendation is to unsubscribe, then resubscribe, and then go for notifications again. Just start all over again. It doesn't always work, but
unless you're in a fucking gulag.
So every time that somebody gets unsubscribed and resubscribed, can you just do a few likes? I mean, not a few likes, like all the time, because that's the only way that Rev's going to get pushed out. Otherwise, they'll just put him to the back all the time. But they can't. They absolutely physically can't if he's getting likes and comments. So the more comments, the more likes you get, then it can push him up just a little bit. But it's enough. He needs more because you've got so many muppets that are getting like 50,000, 80,000 subscriptions. And they're only doing it because they've got 15,000 bots behind them, and it's not fair. It's not fair, mate. We're putting out some good shit. Well, you are. I'm just trying to concentrate, but we're trying.
Sorry, Bass has literally started to fucking something playing on his phone, but mate, it is what it is. People don't have to do anything. This is all for free. We do it for fun as well as what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's when we were saying earlier on, people were expecting us to be like Crystal sort of 5.5 quality or whatever he calls it, right? And BBC, I was like, if you want BBC, go to the BBC.
I'll tell you now, it was at 7:59 where we were still fucking around with the mics, right? He lost his shit a little bit, right? And one of the people who were behind the
Because the microphones
cameras,
were not working.
Yeah, the microphones were not working. They were working, and then when we tested them at like 5 to, well, we were still at it, literally 8 o'clock, and it was only because we had a 5-minute delay on the stream that we actually managed to. All the mics ended up working. But yeah, it's quite stressful. Like obviously, this is the first time he's done it. But
it's not stressful for me because it's not us on the line.
We'll work it out.
Really nice. It's nice to see that you've got your own team already. You know.
Well, these are all mates that we've been sort of fucking kicking about doing this shit for about 5 years now, and it was something like that.
Yeah, but once you get them in the same room, it's a different Discord, isn't it? You know, you're all together.
Well, that's why I want to do the table. I mean, this table is probably, how long do you reckon this is? 8 foot?
More?
8 table. Table for 12, yeah?
I really should take a picture of it, but turn your live cam on and turn it around.
Yeah, I used to sell furniture. So, a 12.
You want to be off camera?
Hang on, give it to me.
Yeah, be off camera.
Right, 1 second. We're going to try something, right? Chuck it over it. Right, so put your cam on a minute, right? And turn the green screen off on it as well.
Green screen.
Yeah. If you turn the settings off, I'll show you in a second. Wait there. You stay here. Get talking.
There we go.
Right, we have done absolutely.
Show your computer off as you can.
You look Chinese then.
None. Right. Hang on a second. Yeah, hang on. How do I do this? Just give me a second because I'm trying to.
Live. You're not live on the right camera.
Yeah, I get that. Hang on, I've got to find me fucking arrow. Bear with. Let me sit down.
There it is. Now.
Right. So let's do that. What you can see is that behind. We've got shit all over this camera. Sorry about this. Right. So behind. So you've got the rig and that TV there that's trying to give me. There's Dave.
There's Dave.
And his mic. Right. There's the $3,000 piece of kit and the TV. Right. Going down. There's the other kit.
Yep.
And there's a computer there that's being used that you can't see it. And there's
wow.
And over in the corner will be the corner for the unlucky people. Right, you can turn your camera off now. Unlucky people who might want to come on the stream. It's all right. There you are. Yeah.
Sure. That's like a mixing a DJ setup.
It's the thing in front of me is to bring people in or out or fade out the mics depending on if anybody wants to speak or not.
There's a lot of wires.
Fucking wires everywhere. But we're going to get, pardon me, a load more of these boom mics so that bass will have the ability to speak without me chucking him a mic. Matt over there won't have some.
But you can hear me without the mic. That's what I find.
From next door.
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. That's no problem.
Let's try something right. How well can you hear bass now? Say that, bass.
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely perfect, mate.
Fucking Welsh coming in here, bassy voice, ready for a fucking choir.
I can hear Dave very well as well.
Who?
Dave.
Yeah, Dave's as loud as fuck, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a customer, isn't he?
Dave's going to the toilet. Dave's going to the toilet.
Dave's gone for a piss. Sorry.
What are you talking about? I don't go for a piss. I just fucking still here.
You know.
I still fucking here. What are you on about?
Dave, say so. I've gone for a piss.
I went for a piss for a minute.
Why you fucking put me through as you can't? I'm in the shitter.
He's having a double toke outside.
Unfucking believable. Chase, the only day you're supposed to try and keep it together, and there you are. Fuck off, you're a cunt. Anyway. No worries. Yeah, well, look, it's absolutely lovely to hear from you again. Hopefully, the next time this will be slightly more professional, but I keep saying that and it's not getting any better.
Well, if I've told you about your spa night, Anna, and you just still not got back to me.
Yeah, I know. It's just I haven't got a bloody time to take a spa night. I mean, it is lovely. Honestly, what you're saying. It's just I want to get so much done, and then I think to myself, oh, I'll be able to have 5 minutes to myself, and then all of a sudden you think, but I want to do this.
All right. Well, the office open.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
got my number.
beautiful. And I do want to have one. I mean,
Beautiful British person you are.
I have to say, the idea of going to a spa and having somebody actually look after you for once, brilliant.
Yeah.
Base, you're up for that, aren't you, a spa?
Yeah, I've had a spa too.
I know it's only for me. Well, it's not for Base yet, but it might be for Base one day. We'll get you a spa.
Yeah.
We'll get you a GoFundMe. Can you imagine having your cuticles pushed back and all that?
I'm just going to send Dave some Miracle Grow.
Do you know what? He'd love that. Because we've got a repotting going on. Because you see, let me have a look at Dave, right? Can you lift Dave up a bit a second?
1 minute. Hang on, put the microphone
Right.
down.
This pot, I put him in that, right, about 5 months ago. Less than that. And he went fucking mental, right?
Wow.
Literally, he was a quarter that size, and he's done that in 6 months off his head on weed and sunlight.
Can I give you some advice?
Well, speak to Dave.
They used to call me Dr. Green Thumb when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
I had a tent with some very nice plants in it for about 15 years.
Were they lovely plants?
They were beautiful British plants.
Were they only girls?
They were only girls.
That's a shock, right? That's a shock. Yeah, I mean, the amount of people who like girl plants is amazing.
Sexist bastards.
Yeah.
Dave's a bloke, all right?
I'm a feminist, I am, when it comes to plants.
Yeah, he loves his plants. Well, yeah, so you understand how to look after the female of the species when it comes to plants?
Well, just repot them every 6 months. Give them some vermiculite, right? Some air little bubbles, some like little, they're like fucking beans out of the beanbag for the plants. Put some of them in, keep the roots.
Actually, what you... Sorry, mate. I put the camera on Based, and he's unfortunately scratching somewhere he shouldn't.
Just pay attention to me. There's nothing to see what they...
Yeah.
So
about them female plants. Moving on, right?
So you talk about vermiculite. You talk about vermiculite and pebbles.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yeah.
So the next, because let's get Dave on steroids, right?
Right. So what you need is something called CalMag. Right? It's KALMAG plus CalMag.
Yeah, the thing is,
Dave's back from a piss now.
Dave, do you want to be picked up again?
Hang on. There he is.
Hold on.
Would you fucking put me down?
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
Went for a leaf. Sorry.
You know more than me, mate. You know more than me, don't you?
Based has had a real interest in books, haven't you, Based?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spent years looking at books, bit like Glyn. He's got an interest in fungi and shit. And once they get on it, they don't fucking give up. They'll know everything about the plant, even if they're not the most green-fingered cunts in the world. But the way Based has been staring at Dave all night long is absolutely nothing more than he's been eyeing him up.
So if I know Rev, he doesn't give it anything but water and sunlight, and it looks like that.
Yep.
I'd suggest just leaving it like that.
He loves it.
No. You need to look out for your deficiency. You need to look out for any little fungi.
But give it a steak dinner. Give it a steak dinner once every 6 months with some food, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, honestly, he's got absolutely fuck all. His leaves are as shiny as fuck, right? He's that's not the way, is it? Right.
Oh, you can get a spray as well. You can just get a spray that you can just give him once a month. I'll
tell you what, the moment he starts causing me any concerns, I'll get him treated. But at the moment, he's good darts here. He has the window open, he looks out the window, and he's got sunlight for most of the day. Unfortunately, I had him on the windowsill, and he'd grown for the windowsill up the side, right? Now I've put him down, he's spread out, so I can't put him back to the bastard windowsill without adapting it.
He doesn't need full sunlight. He's part shade.
You could put it back on the windowsill, but you have to like cut the one half down.
No, I'm just going to put an extension on the windowsill. Fuck that. I'm not upset at my Dave.
He'll survive. I swear, if you butcher it, he'll survive.
I am not touching that fucking plant.
He'll grow quicker. He'll grow quicker if you put him down.
I'll fucking leave you.
Right, I'm fucking cutting this call. We're not talking about slaughter of my plant.
Fucking dare you, butchery.
Fucking massacre.
All right, take care, brother.
All right, lovely. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Fucking watch you.
Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.
He wants to cut you down, Dave. Fucking hell.
Fucking how dare you? Come round here with your fucking bullshit.
Just 1 second out for a piss, mate. That's all it took, and they want to start hacking you down. See, you'll get your haters, Dave. Let me tell you.
Fucking horrible.
Hello, caller. How are you?
For some reason.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I just wanted to say, Simon, I got it totally wrong.
Go on.
I think a couple of weeks ago I rang up and I said that people just want to basically see you on your own, away from Discord, chatting, doing your thing. But I've been nothing but entertained tonight, totally. With other people on the show, and I think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing. And I think it could go so much bigger and get people on, and doing interviews and all that kind of stuff. But what I really wanted to ask was to Dave.
All right, yeah,
Yes,
hang
mate.
on, back to Dave. Go on.
Yes, mate. What do you want?
When was the last time you got totally fucking watered, you cunt?
Fucking, I think it was about yesterday. I think he actually gave me a drink instead of fucking.
I don't
let me sit
fucking
in the
start you,
sunlight.
cunt. I regularly give you.
Totally
you
fucking
fucking don't.
watered, you fucking lamp.
Listen, mate, you're coming down the pub tomorrow, and you can fucking take that look off your leaves right now, and you're going to put your fucking hand in your soil and get some fucking funds out. I am not. Yeah, he's back on the weed again. Look at it, fucking mess. Anyway, yeah. So call in tomorrow night, and we'll let you know how Dave was down the pub, and I will have pictures.
That's dodgy. That's dodgy stuff.
Dave needs to get totally fucking watered, and that's it, mate. Totally. Anyway, Simon,
Right.
listen, and a fantastic show, total entertainment, and I think it could, it can go all the way, man. Fantastic. Have a good night. Take care, gents. Thank
You too,
you,
fam.
and goodbye.
Thank you
Cheers,
very much.
bye.
Well, that was nice.
Well,
I think
Dave-
if Dave had tits,
well,
he'd
well
be off
done,
the-
Dave. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, mate. Can we stick a link to your channeling? Because I think you're going to do a lot better than me.
There's fucking Big Dave Green. What do you expect?
Oh, fucking hell.
Can people put likes in my chat, please, and put any comments in the messages? It helps with the algorithm. Remember, that's what that guy said.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Algorithm.
And make sure you share.
Hello, how you
Even
doing?
if you say Welshie, you're a
Hi.
cunt.
Oh, we got a lady. Hello.
Hang on, I recognise this voice.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Hello. Who we got?
Go on, tell us. What were you thinking?
I was just calling in to say thank you so much for an amazing Saturday night. What a strange night it's been with the callers, but you know what?
A little bit.
Oh my goodness, it has been such a laugh.
What do you find funnier, when you get a caller who's real difficult, or when they're talking to a plant?
A bit
Yeah, 'cause
of
I
both, a bit of both.
I mean, Dave, I think he's going to have a regular segment now, because I think he's done well enough. Like, people are like, let's talk to Dave, and Dave's like, yeah, fuck it. But hey,
You know what?
You try to reason with him,
You-
but
you can't reason with Dave.
No,
No, you
and then
fucking
all of a
can't.
sudden Dave triggered him into basically.
Fucking sick of your
So
bullshit, both of
true.
you.
He sent him off the edge. Yeah.
But so,
And he's the troll.
yeah, so I can't believe the troll come in to troll us and got trolled by a plant. But anyway, I think it worked well.
It's an absolute mug.
So
Honestly, it's the best policy. Love it.
No,
yeah,
it's fucking is.
yeah, we're gonna get locked up one day. But fucking until then,
Hopefully, get locked up together.
well, yeah, because
Yeah.
your cooking will be all right.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah.
You ain't fucking butchering me for one of your meals.
Oh, I might have to. A leaf.
No.
I
Yeah,
just
they'd be
thought
like
you
Goodfellas.
like
Go on.
friendly women's
Anyway,
voice
sorry.
tonight.
We've had a few beers to drink now, so it's actually starting to fall apart, which is
Fucking
exactly where we wanted to be.
Turn the caller volume up a little bit more.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, sorry, because some callers are more louder than others. Anyway, so I'm guessing Scotland.
Yes, yeah.
You've called in quite a bit. Do you remember you were calling in during the lockdowns? I think that was the time, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't me. I've
Oh, right.
only been to the last maybe 3 months.
Oh, right. Yeah, because there was somebody who, I'm not saying, because not all Scottish people sound the same. They sound fucking different, because it depends on whether you're up high or you're over to the, you know, I went through Glasgow, Edinburgh, and what's Granite City called again? Keep forgetting. Aberdeen. And Aberdeen's a totally different kettle of fish. And then even when they're from Fort William, there's a difference again. So yeah, I could tell some differences. But you sounded very, very similar to a certain lady who rang in quite a few times. She was lovely. She was.
From West Lothian. I'm West Lothian.
We've got a guy that rings in from West Lothian, or at least Lothian anyway. Is it West? Cyrus? Silas talks.
I think it might fucking possibly be.
I think, yeah. Thanks, Dave. Yeah. So, yeah, well, Dave speaks to him often. But, yeah. So, what's going on up there? I mean, Nicola Sturgeon, she ain't doing well, is she?
What, he or she?
Oh, that was a quiet one, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting that.
Was she the he in a relationship or the she?
Shim.
I know.
Didn't they do a song about that? Shim, shiminy, shim, shiminy, shim, shim, shiree.
Did you see? Talking about Nicola Sturgeon. Did anyone see the BBC thing where this week they were doing a thing and they were talking about Nicola Sturgeon and that Jimmy Crank, Jimmy Crank.
Oh, right.
Did you see it?
No,
really. For real. It came up for real. So no, sorry about that.
Yeah. I've seen that. That's a long time ago. Yeah.
Was it
yeah,
a long
they
time
accidentally they said Nicola Sturgeon and they accidentally showed the Crankies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
He got sacked.
That's from like 10 years ago or so. It's so good. Oh,
yeah, I see that on Twitter. I just thought it was
Freudians.
Now,
Can I just say, Simon?
Go on, love it. Yeah.
She's trying to divide Scotland again with India.
Do you think she's racist? I do personally,
but racist against who?
English.
English. Okay.
Protestants and English.
Wasps.
Yeah, the Conservatives and English.
Because she'll divide in Scotland the difference between the Protestants and Catholics. All right. And that's the divide that's gone on.
Surprisingly, the football guys up here are starting to get together.
What, both sides, yeah?
Yes.
Do you know they're doing that in Northern Ireland too? But I think they've realised that the old arguments can be put aside because the new problems are much bigger.
Because they've all got kids and now they realise what's really going on. That's my own hand on heart for me.
Well, who wants some woman telling you that your kid has to look at some wanker walking around with his cock out who pretends he's a woman?
Or take something that shouldn't be.
Yeah, or encourages them to get rid of something they have that they were made with by God.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go, guys. I just wanted to phone in. Great setup, Simon. Love seeing you. I just thought, have a girl call him for me change.
Yeah. No, I don't have that many women following me because obviously I'm not as good looking as some of these fucking channels.
You're a wee cracker, don't lie.
I just do my best, and it's fucking. But I've got some eye candy, Dave. Right, so there you are.
Oh fuck! It came on me. I thought you were talking about me.
You do have. You have lost weight, and you look lovely and tan.
Thanks,
so
no, thank you.
Got all excited for it.
All right, lovely. Well, look, I'm probably going to wrap it up soon anyway, and think about either.
No bother.
You take it steady, all right, sweets? All right, lovely.
Bye.
Now the question is, do we go to YouTube or do we gate crash?
I mean, the gate crashing last week was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, gate crashing is good.
I know, but it's either that or we send everybody over to the Rev on a Rant channel and then just do something a little bit more terrible.
Yeah. Do that then.
Yeah, do that then. Let me just see.
Without call-ins.
Actually, no, that's it. What we'll do is we'll go to Rev on a Rant and open the panel up.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
What does that mean?
That means other people are coming to talk with us.
Fucking madman.
Oh, other people in the room?
On here.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
No,
well, when I'm pointing, it's best that I point at.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there.
On the thing.
On the screen.
Do that.
Yes.
Do that.
What could.
Sorry, I've been doing this for like.
Mate, if we're keeping you up.
You want to go better?
You invite him onto a live stream. It's like,
yeah, Big Dave Lawrence on again. They could talk about his aria. I don't know what accent that was.
That was root and screw. That was fucking Scottish.
Are you all right or what?
Fuck me up and
no,
down.
Dave,
Right.
I am not all right.
You don't fucking
There's
look like
something wrong with me.
like you're off.
Oh, hello, caller. How are you?
Oh, we got a caller.
Yeah, we do. Look,
Sorry.
there's
How
one
are you
there.
doing?
I've answered the phone, but they don't even know they're on now.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Is that
I've
Silas?
got
No, it's not. No, but you can go for a wee break if you want to, because I want to speak to the other guy.
Who?
Hello, Dave. You Dave?
Oh, she wants.
Oh,
he
you
wants
want
to
to speak
talk
to
to
Dave?
All right, mate, how you doing?
You're my wife now.
Fucking, I'm not your wife, you cunt.
I've got a question though, just a change of subject.
Who for? Me, Dave, or who?
It's for Matt.
Oh, for me.
There you go.
Hello.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's for Matt. Listen, if your missus, unto Sternbaum, you're a big mother, she who must be a bed, does not allow you to use the oven, what's the best
Is this
oil?
loafer? Is loafer? Is this loafer?
What?
Answer the question. Is this loafer? I know you. I know who you are. Go on. Sorry.
What's the best oil to cook your chips on in your cup?
Well, now the cheapest would be like your vegetable oils or sunflower oils, but let's be real, they're very, very bad for you. So you are better off using something like, really, if you want to spend a lot of money, avocado oil, or you are even better than that, lard or beef dripping.
Lard. Beef dripping, yes.
Lard.
Well, it solidifies in the pan as well, doesn't it? Once it cools down, so it doesn't spill all over the place.
And I've been told by people that know a lot more about nutrition than me, that lard is about one of the healthiest fats you can consume.
Well, I'll take that on board. Now, I'm pissed up in my lockup as per usual because it's Friday night.
Nothing wrong with that.
But just to bring the tone down a little bit.
Carry on.
Hang on, Loafer, are you managing to not fall out of bed at the moment?
Yeah, I maintain an erection. It stops me rolling out of bed.
Okay, good. Yes, that's what I was expecting to hear.
Yes, and I've been reading as well. I've been doing a bit of reading. There's a guy with very soft hands called Nima Parvini. He has a channel. He's a friend of Sargon's. You might have heard of him. The Populist Delusion. It's all about basically different elites at different times have ruled the world, and now it's gone global. And now they're trying to turn us all trans or call us bigots. So call me Loretta because I want to have babies.
Oh, but it's your right to have babies, even though you haven't got a womb to gestate a fetus.
Shut it.
But
No, I've got a
your
box.
right all the same.
I've got a special box. Now, big shout out to the chat people I've been
nice box.
On with. Right, now, on a serious note, I've been contacted by somebody, the nephew of somebody I fitted the boiler for about 12 years ago, and he fucking ripped me off. And I'm wondering whether I should actually pitch the price of this job so he doesn't contact me, because on account of the fact he's the fourth nonce in Rotherham that I've carried out work for, unbeknown to me. Now, that's very serious, and I've suddenly sobered up.
Loafer, are you a plumber? Are you a plumber, or what do you do?
I'm a shrubber.
Yes, plumbing.
Plumber.
Yeah.
You plumb.
A plumb.
You plumb. I
Plumber.
don't think you should plumb for a nonce.
And
No.
this is a channel destroyer, so we'll move off that. Okay.
Right, sorry, Rev, but I've tried to couch it in colloquialisms and euphemisms, so basically Susan couldn't piss you off.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway, so you work for somebody who's literally questionable and swats a lot around small people, right?
Yes, indeed.
See, these
So
are
this
the,
is
these
why
are
I
the
smoke
same
and drink.
descriptions that we need to branch out on.
Sorry, not use the fucking bro.
Is there sniffing going on as well? Because that's a big.
Not bad sniffing.
Well, no,
you know the
sniffing
thing,
around
man.
Small children and stuff.
Sniffing.
Yeah, we'll see Joe Biden, allegedly.
right,
Allegedly.
I didn't get
he's
that.
done it again. Biden's done it again.
What, has he been on the
He's
sniff?
sniffed another child.
Oh,
Right, okay.
Jesus
Listen, this conversation will carry on Rev on a Rant, because I think that's where it needs to go.
Right, well, in that case, can somebody please get into contact with me one way or another, because I've been trying to get back on Discord, and it keeps asking me to claim the account and reclaim it. I've even got a new computer, set up a new email
Just
address.
set up a new one. What it's
Any
asking
circle.
you to do on my Discord is to prove that you're not a bot by saying, I agree to the rules. That's all you got to do. Click on the fuckers. It's
Just
not
as
rocket science.
Just says verify, mate.
Yeah, even the fucking plant can do it.
Right, okay. Right, in that case, I'll drag the wife in.
Right.
She'll sort it out.
Yeah,
She
get her
knows
on it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the first time you've got her on it. Yours, that is. Whatever.
Right, she doesn't want to know what I get up to in my lockup.
He's
The
got
wife is a
he's got a
normie.
shed.
Look,
and he spends a lot of time in his shed.
Look, mate,
No,
I had
the
a
thing-
shed because I lived in a house with 5 fucking women at one point. The only place a man
Jesus
can get
Christ.
sanity.
You know the strangest thing, Rev,
no.
about women
What?
is that the phases of the moon, every 28 days, they get their periods at the same time. Imagine that.
Well, evil
5
works together, doesn't it?
menstruating women in the same bloody place.
Right, look, I've got to get off this. I've got to then move everything over to Rev on a rant because I feel it's going that way.
Do us a favour. Sorry.
I'll try and get on Discord. Anyway, thanks very
All
much
right, mate,
for
no
all your
worries, take
content.
it.
It's
Cheers,
fun.
mate.
All right, you
Catch
take
you
it steady.
later, buddy.
See you.
See you, mate.
I just put Joe Biden there, but I haven't seen this.
Yeah, I can't get into a camera.
No, we do. You're gonna pick up.
Do you hear that?
Look, the guy filming is laughing because he knows what he's doing.
He
Look.
sniffed another kid.
Look at this kid. She's like
He
a teenager
can't
as well.
stop himself.
Yeah,
Look at her
mate,
face.
I can't fucking get that. If you were on Discord, you wouldn't be such a difficult. Oh, here we go. We got to call her.
Stink.
You'll whinge on your dog that one riff earlier on and fuck me up, didn't it? Anyway, hello.
Simon,
How are you doing?
fine, mate.
Excellent. I'd like to say that you're going to get a professional stream tonight, but unfortunately, we can't say that anymore, can we? No.
Well, I thought I was watching you live on YouTube, but obviously not.
No, all you're going to see is just absolute fucking chaos. But yeah, anyway, what was on your mind?
I've been watching you for the last couple of about 2.5 hours, and it's very entertaining.
Well, this is the thing. We've no idea what it looks like to you lot. It's just
Yeah,
an
it's
absolute
good, very good.
fucking shambles in here, isn't it?
But you enjoyed yourself. You had a few beers as well, yeah?
There's no great style from us. Like he said, he said, say hello to the chat. And I went, hello.
Whatever. Yeah. It's like, Bass, say hi. And he's like, I'm not even giving a fuck to be here. All right.
I've been smashing it, and so has
Yeah,
Dave.
every time the camera goes to you, it's got a lovely bright smile. He looks like part of the Lotus Eaters team. We just look at
He does, doesn't he?
we look like a bunch of pissheads picking up.
It's because I've got holiday tan. I've been away.
Yeah, I mean, we're fucking awful. But when you go over there, look, grin, right? But what you can't see is he's got the ever decreasing pint glass, and Dave's literally nearly finished his pint. So
I know, fucking sort yourself out.
fucking absolute wreckhead.
Slowpoke.
Anyway, whatever. Right, so we've got to organise the slow dismantle of this live stream over to Rev on a Rant.
Yeah.
How do we do this?
The
Thanks
chance for a
assistance.
wee
You're
wee.
looking at us when we
Yeah, go on, fuck off. You got to have your brew break.
Gonna
Right.
do a wee now.
Okay, cheers for that.
Don't have a leaf for me.
Right, so,
So
if
this
you're-
is a 5-minute.
boost my channel in the chat as well as they can. I've got to get to 10,000 followers. I need 300 more.
all you got to do is make some content.
I know, but
Fucking-
I'm on an auditor.
Oh, that's right. Just
the
everybody just
content's
fuck
gotta-
off.
the content's
Go
gotta
on,
come to
fucking
me.
leave
Right,
me alone.
looks
with
like
this
I'll do
cunt.
the live stream. Wait there a
Don't
sec.
sit
So,
outside a police station. That's fucking easy, isn't it?
Fucking turn it away from me. I can't see no.
you got one there.
Fucking horrible bastard.
Right, you got long distance leaves. Oh,
Go on,
fuck
fuck.
off. Anyway,
Can't
right.
fucking have the screen.
Now we've ended the phone call. Right, there you go. Right, let's just turn the calls off for a minute because we've got to try and work this shit out.
Fucking your fault.
If you're watching, can you get a link to put in the thing for the? See, Daft would usually be watching, but he's fucking no, he's flogging Bass Welshman's bloody stream tonight, and he a
Fucker.
fucking slut. I'll be talking to him.
Have to get your fucking shit.
You fucking wanker.
Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
So what we're going to be doing is going over to Rev on a Rant because as it gets more alcoholic, mistakes could be made. That's the theory. And whatever. All right, another call. Hello. Hello.
Simon,
Hello. Yes.
I've been watching you for a while. Question for Dave.
Go on.
Right, when he went to Michigan, he got carried over to Michigan. This is going back about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, you said about it.
You mean as a seed?
Yeah, I got carried over as a sig. What's your fucking problem?
Yeah, but when you over there, were you too near the fire and get your bush singed?
No, as a fucking seed. What a? How can I get in
You were a
bush
seed,
fringed?
though. I
Yeah.
thought you were only tiny.
Fucking lunatic, you are. You all right or what?
I am actually. I'm sober. That's a problem.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
He's walking in front of the camera.
Talking to a fucking animal. Eh?
Hang on. You're in front of the camera, you soft cunt.
Get away
Well, I was
from
trying
the
to get
camera.
fucking Dave. He's
animal.
talking to Dave, you soft cunt. Fuck off. Oh,
Sorry,
God.
mate. Fucking just deluded.
Sorry,
this
Bass.
guy.
All right, Bass Mr. Studio. You fuck, Dave. All right, there we are. Sorry. Yeah. So there's your answer. Basically, he was a seed, so he didn't get himself burnt.
You enjoyed yourself anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll carry on and say goodbye anyway.
All right, mate, you take it steady, all right?
Mate, you take
Yeah, keep everything as it is because it's perfect.
Well, we'll do. Dave, by the way, are you married? Because somebody wants to know.
I've got a side piece. Who's I can't remember what the fucking type.
It's a creeping ivy in it. You're fucking knocking off at the moment.
Yeah, I think it is. And then I've got one fucking offspring. Can't remember its name.
It's an offcut, you thick. Oh.
Well, ain't a fucking offspring to me, you cunt.
Even a plant, I haven't got a clue what he's doing. Anyway, look, lovely job. I shall let you get on. I'm going to work the slow decline of this stream, and then maybe we'll go gate crashing later on. But whatever. You take it steady, all right?
Thanks for that. You're very good. Anyway,
No worries. Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye for now.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to wind down. I need to get a link. Let me see if I can organise this because it is not forthcoming. 1 minute. I need to get Rev on a rant. And I've lost my bloody mouse. Oh, God. 436 watching. Not as good as it has been, but better than nothing at all. Rev on a rant. There we go. What's Rev on a rant doing? 156 watching. So there you go. Let's just click on that. All right, let's fuck that off. Right. Now, I've got to make sure I'm looking at the right one. This can get complicated. I shall stick the link when I'll tell you what, don't buy a new computer, people. Worst fucking nightmare. Right. That is the link. That's where we're going. Hello, how are you doing?
How do?
Well, not too bad. You?
Yeah, all good. What are you saying?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. Is this a question for me or Dave?
It was, yeah.
Which one?
Come on, fucking hurry up.
That's fucking. I was just putting Dave up as well.
Put yourself out.
Wasn't even a challenging question, that one.
Sounds like a brain span of a potato.
That's right. Just start insulting people. Oh dear, that didn't work well.
Wrong link, Rev. Lol.
Fuck you,
Is it?
That's what it's saying.
I mean, it's like, what have I? Oh God, cap locks on.
You've got mods doing that, haven't you?
Well, I don't fucking know, do I?
That's Lisa on my name.
Rev on a rant.
Yeah, she's put it up. She'll do it right. That's the right way.
Well, how do I copy that link then? Right. Anyway, now I've got to work out how I go from one to the next because the last time
I can send you the link.
Well, no. You see this here where it says edit.
Yeah.
I did this before. It didn't work out that well. I'm trying to work out which one of those cunts is Rev on a rant.
Well, I can tell you with the numbers because I can see the last couple of numbers on the. You can get the numbers up.
Oh, hang on. Base Washman, man up. That would be simple, wouldn't it? So I'm going to come out of Facebook. So click on the link if you want to come and join us on Rev on a Rant. Remove this. There you go. See, I should have done this the last time. That's Rev on a Rant. We're going to get rid of Sideways. If you're on Man Up, I'm about to remove it. The link is in the description to come over to Rev on a Rant. I'm about to end that one. So I'll see you over there.
And then mine as well. So putting another mine up.
Nope.
Mine as well. Drop mine as well.
Right. If you're watching it on base, we're going to end base.